Is this thing on? Is this thing, Eric? Eric, when I say we're on at 7, it's not 7 o'clock and 30 seconds. It's not 7:01. It's not 7:02. It's 7.
John, I've been waiting for you.
You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? When I say we're going live, we're going live.
I'm ready.
We are going live. Okay.
Hey, John, just so you know, I'm just impressed that we had a production meeting where we actually corrected something from last week and fixed it for this week.
Yes, we did.
You can actually bring back the Chronk board.
I can bring the whiteboard back, the Chronk board. Folks, we have fixed the Chronk board, but I don't have time to use it tonight. But we fixed the Chronk board.
Well, you know, it's always
so. All right,
it's always available.
Welcome everybody to Sunday night Canton Chronicle Live. I'm your host, John Camo. Some of you know me by my Twitter handle, which is Normus, Dixie Normus. And with me is...
And I'm Eric DiGirolamo.
Why are you always so late? You know you're coming. You know your pot. You know your pot's coming.
What do you mean? I was right on time.
No, you weren't. You were delayed.
Oh, that's the Wi-Fi.
It's gonna be one of those nights. It's gonna be one of those extra special nights. Yeah. All right, folks. We have what we think is going to be a great show for you guys tonight. We have 4 things up. It's my co-host. Yes, Kathy. This is my co-host.
I got a shirt that says co-host.
Co-host. You do have a shirt. Oh, hello, guys. Use a go F yourself, but hello. Okay. So tonight, we're going to finally close the book on Rocco Cammarata and his little snow removal operation down at the Kennedy for money, or not for money. Good evening, Lucky. We're going to be discussing Lucky Loughran, and it's Loughran, people. It's not Loughran, all right? You know, my biggest pet peeve is when people don't get your name right, Eric. That's why I don't say your last name, because I can't get it right, so I won't say your last name. But if you can say the last name, say it right. So we're going to close the book on Rocco. We have more information on Helena. So that's the story that never ends with Helena. Is she a special officer or isn't she a special officer? And so the Norfolk County Sheriff's Office weighed in on that. We've got the Lucky interview, so I did watch a few other channels. There was 3 different ones to be exact. And they all played the interview. So if you guys have been seeing if you guys have seen the interview on other channels, we are going to bring it to you a little different than how the other channels have brought it. You'll see that. We also, if we have time, I want to get into a little bit more about the Doc Stady interaction with George Camo at the annual town meeting, because as it turns out, there's going to be more to the story in the up and coming weeks. We're going to get more of the story, as Lee Harvey would say.
There's always more.
So yeah, Miss Holder passed. What's that? There always is. Yeah, yep. Miss Holder passed. You're not going to get a tribute. Almost everybody that watches this is old enough that had her. Music teacher. I think when I had her, we were at the Kennedy. She was at every school, wasn't she? Did you have her, Eric?
I never had her. I knew who she was,
really?
But I never had her. Oh. No.
Yeah. So let's get into it. We're going to start with the easy one. Let's close the book on Rocco. So folks, like I said before, this is what happened where Rocco had cleared the snow. This is months ago. This is during the first snowstorm. It wasn't even during the blizzard, right? So he clears the snow. We bring it up, and actually here, let me pull this up. I don't know why it's not coming up. It's StreamYard's going to have one of those nights. I know it. Okay. So this was the private text Rocco said to me. He said, but parents reached out. At first, gave price, but after thinking about it, I figured I'd help out, seeing they asked the school, asked the town, and neither would do it. They gave the okay to have me do it as long as I did it with no school and have insurance. So not sure why you attacked me. I didn't attack them. But because of that is when I actually sent the FOIA request. Now, the town went back and forth. And this is what happens when you have, so normally the law is in place because they want the towns to work with these requesters. And some towns don't want to work with requesters. Some towns want to make it difficult. They don't want to do the work. They want to throw out a huge number. They thought it was they thought the original request was too vague. And I showed you guys all the requests in the past. Basically the request was show us the emails during that 2-month time frame about clearing snow at the basketball courts at the JFK school in Canton. That's it. And Rocco Cammarata. And then they came back, you guys all know, with the 644 emails. And went back and forth. And so this was February 18th. February 18th is when I sent that request. Submitted it to the town. And specifically, emails, texts, internal messages, call logs, communications involving town officials, residents, and references to Rocco Cammarata / Canton Tree on whether or not the town or school would clear the courts and any approval to allow him to do it. That's it. That's not that vague. So instead of just conducting the search, they immediately came back with an email and they demanded additional search terms, which I told them, right? JFK basketball courts, snow, Rocco. And they want to keep waiting the 10 days. They are going to wait. It doesn't matter if you ask them just for a marriage license. They're going to wait the 10 days, especially with me. Maybe someone else, they're not going to, but they're not happy with me. And it's not going to end. I'm telling you this. The more and more that stuff comes to me, the more and more I'm going to ask these things. Okay? So 644 emails came out. Not 5, not 20, 644 on their search. They asked for the 350. We raised it. You guys helped pay for it, right? They wanted to review and redact those records and said it took 16 hours. And we gave them the money in good faith. Gave them cash, right? We waited another 10 days. And then those 10 days, they said, yeah, we don't have anything. And then I'm like, wait a minute. You had 644. Now you have nothing. And there goes my $350, right? And I said, well, I would like clarification of what you used for the search term. And they didn't even get back to me. So I'm like, oh, okay. So we filed a appeal with the state. There was no search for snow removal, plowing, shoveling, anything. That was literally in the first line of the subject request. So so I decided that I'm going to appeal it. And the Massachusetts Supervisor of Records agreed. So my first appeal went through, and they didn't rubber stamp the town's response. They basically said they told the town that your original handling was insufficient, and it required further clarification and additional response efforts. And then the town waited 10 more days and came back with the exact same letter saying, Upon a further research, we still have nothing. All set, closed case. So I did send in a second appeal, which the state said basically that they like to encourage towns to work with requesters. They can't force them to. And whether intentional or not, they said they don't have any records. And so it's closed. The case is now closed.
So
Rocco
John,
Cammarata, what?
You didn't get your $350 back?
No.
So that
nope, nothing. So
I'm going to call that
whether
a pain in the
was taking money or not taking money. Go ahead, Eric.
I was just going to say that that's
go ahead, Eric.
Consider that the pain in the ass fee. You paid a fee for being a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, it was Tracy Kenny. This one, the first one's Tracy Kenny. Yep. So, Eric, you're gonna have to watch the chat for me while I go through the first two parts of this. So that was option one. Like I said, it's nothing to see here. It's a very big rug in Canton, and Rocco Cammarata, whether he had permission or he didn't have permission, we know he cleaned the snow twice. Whether he took money or he didn't take money, we don't know. But that's what happens when they don't want to work with you. So that's the first one. Second one is Helena. So people know that Helena, so the town, remember, the town had asked Bill Galvin to make a law in which retired Canton officers can work details. The only requisite is, well, there's three. The chief's recommendation and the chief and the chief and they don't have to. The new law is that they don't have to get sworn in year after year. It's just till the chief says no more. But the first year they do have to get sworn in, and they have to have a physical to show that they can perform the duties of the special officer. Now, when a select board member or any other town official wins an election or gets put on a board, Eric, they get sworn in. They go down to town hall and they get sworn in. Why? Because if they don't get sworn in, their vote doesn't count. So Helena, I asked, I went to same thing. I went through their new little portal or porthole or portal or whatever they want. And here's the other thing. You should be allowed, if you want to go down there in person and file it in person, in hand, in writing, you should be able to. If you want to send it by an email, you should be able to. But they're trying to funnel everyone into just using the portal only. And we're going to check into the legalities of that. But that's not part of tonight's show. So I basically asked for the records to show the date of her medical examination or medical certificate of fitness for duty. I didn't ask for the medical records. I just said, what was the date that she did that? And what day was she sworn in, along with Paul D.G. and Petro, Eric Wade, and Paul Gallagher? Okay?
John,
like I said, go ahead.
Has she retired? I mean, is she still on?
She retired.
Well,
she retired.
You got
those. She retired.
You got the paperwork that you got her retirement paperwork.
Oh, so now we got to FOIA request her retirement papers.
I just want to make sure.
We saw that. Well, I mean, the select board did read out her retirement at select board meeting. Did they read out her retirement speech and then not go through with the paperwork?
Who read it?
Who was the chairman at the time? Was that JR? Or was that still
I didn't know if it was read by the clerk.
No. Well, we'll go back and we'll play it. Because I'll tell you, that was I remember that because she actually sent me a text because I had made a Twitter post, congratulating on her retiring. She says, I'm not done until the 30th of the month. Kathy, yes, he is working details, and I'll tell you how and why. we'll get to that. We will get to the Eric Wade working details. So, like I said, I wasn't requesting any underlying medical information, diagnosis, no private health details. All I asked for was the dates of medical examinations or certificates used to determine fitness for duty as a special police officer, as stated in the law that they wanted passed. It was the town of Canton that wanted the law passed. So May 7th, the town came back. Okay. No post-retirement special police officer medical qualification dates. Instead, they gave us this, and we might as well show you. Let's bring this up. All right. Let me see here. Okay. So this was Eric Wade's back. Oh, I can't do this on the big screen at the same time. I have to hold on. Oh, it doesn't let me. Oh, it does. There you go. I'm learning as we go. So the first one was Eric Wade's. Let's go back. This was Eric Wade's back in, can you read the bottom of that? March of 2025. Eric?
Yeah, 2025
March,
was the appointment.
March of 2025, he was appointed.
Was a year ahead.
He was a year ahead. I never got him being sworn in. Oh no, this was him getting sworn in. I'm sorry. This is Eric Wade's getting sworn in.
At least he signed the document. Got signatures.
Yeah,
there, John.
This isn't from the town of Canton. This is from the Norfolk County Sheriff's Department.
Yeah, but it's all legal.
They didn't go through the town of Canton. And Paul Gallagher went through the Norfolk County Sheriff's Department. They gave this without me even asking for it. They included this in their answer when I asked about Helena. They didn't have anything. Norfolk County Sheriff's Department didn't have anything for Helena, but they did have for Paul Gallagher and for Eric Wade. And remember, Eric Wade was on the agenda one week, and then they took him off. And on the Canton Select Board, there was going to be an uproar, and people were upset that Eric was going to be doing details. So basically, they took him off, and he did an end around. He went through the Norfolk County rather than Canton.
John, just to play a little devil's advocate, wouldn't there be a benefit to them going through Norfolk County versus just Canton?
If it pays more,
even if it just allows them to work in different towns.
Yeah.
I would assume that they could work anywhere in Norfolk County versus if they just signed up with Canton, then they can only work Canton details.
Right. So those are the only two that they had at Norfolk County. The requests were super specific. It was literally Helena's swearing in as a special officer since her retirement. You can't get any more specific. And they are. They keep complaining that it's too vague. How much more specific can you get when you say, since her retirement, when did she get sworn in, and when did she get her physical as a special officer? And so they're not, they had not. Town of Canton had nothing, and so didn't the Norfolk County. The town gave us Helena Rafferty's 1988 swearing in, Gallagher's 94, Paul D.G. and Petro 94, and Eric Wade's 97. And I sent them back. I clarified the issue. I sent it right back to the town. I said, listen, the documents you sent were your original hiring documents. They were your original employment appointments and some historical police records that I didn't ask for. And I said, I want any oath of office administered after retirement. The dates of those reappointments and oaths. And if they didn't exist, I wanted confirmation that no oaths were administered following retirement. They didn't even give me that. I asked for no renewal appointments. They had nothing. Okay. So like I said, we went through the deputy sheriff's office. They came back with the other two. Now, I want to stress it to everybody. I'm not saying that the records definitively don't exist. What I'm saying is, despite my request to the town of Canton, Tracy Kenny, the clerk, the police department, because the chief's been involved in some emails, and now the Norfolk County Sheriff's Office, there's been no post-retirement oath of office, no appointment, no medical qualifications for Helena Rafferty that have been produced. And so that brings me some questions. If she's been actively working for the last year under the Special Police Officer framework, where's the documentation? And what if something happened? What if something happened and there was an altercation somewhere and she was part of it, okay? And then the people asked for that stuff because they now people know. Now they know that that God forbid anything happens. Is she legitimately a special officer? Right?
Well, I mean, certainly there must be, when you put your retirement in, there's got to be some type of separation paperwork that ends your employment. So if you're going to do these special assignments after you've retired, you must have to be rehired in a sense. Can't just can't go back on this and say, oh well, we're not really separated from employment. We're right back to where we were.
Exactly. So yeah, so we're at the point that it's don't worry, we'll fix the paperwork now. Point of, we'll see what happens. But if there was a serious accident and she was involved, what if there's, now you got lawyers, insurance carriers, you got courts, investigators. They're all going to ask the same question: is under what authority was she doing that detail?
Right.
It's going to give you liability questions.
What if she got injured?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. What if somebody hit her? What if a distracted driver hit her, and then she tries to go through the town's insurance or whatever, and they're like, well, she was never sworn in. She didn't have a physical to say she was physically fit to do the job. How do we know? How do we know there's no underlying health concerns? So that's where we're at. We're basically we're at the point that Helena might be the only person in Canton still working details under the memories and authority vibes, and maybe maybe the paperwork's in a cabinet from 1989. I don't know, but it is what it is.
Well, it'd be nice if
maybe
the
they
paperwork. If the paperwork somewhere, John, I mean, it'd be nice to see the transparency. I mean, she is walking the streets wearing a badge, a Canton police uniform, and a gun.
Yeah. Yep.
I would think it's a little bit of these little details are kind of important.
Right. I guess it went into what do you call that? Mediation. I think it went into mediation, so we're not going to hear the outcome of that for quite some time. Maybe George has her paperwork in the Historical Society. Yeah, I don't know.
Find a lot of stuff in there.
Maybe it's in the same place as those snow removal emails. Somewhere between the portal and the box labeled miscellaneous 1994, and and Chris Albert's paperwork from the courthouse that tragically got lost in a flood. So anyways, so that brings us, so that we're going to have more on that, but yeah, at least Rocco's closed out. Now we got what everybody else was here for, and that's for Lucky. So at the end of the week, everybody saw, a lot of people saw that there was another information dump. And one of them was Lucky's interview with Yuri and Proctor. And like I said, I watched a few other shows, a number of shows, at least 3, that covered it. And it was all covered similar. And I wanted to I wanted to cover it different than other people. And so that's how we're going to do it tonight. Because everybody else played just the audio. And you know me, I want to bring some visuals. I want to bring some visuals to the table as we watch. So let's bring this up. It's going to be a 50-50 if I'm bringing the right one up, because I had left the studio and came back in. So let's see which one this one. Let me see which one. Oh, this is the right one. So here we go. So let's bring up the interview. I know we have the Chronk board. We have the Chronk board. So, Eric, before we get into Lucky, someone just gifted 10 memberships to someone.
Wow,
do you want to do the honors?
That's a nice new color.
Do you want to do the honors?
Oh, of course I do. Let me get to that page.
Of course you do, Eric.
That happens.
Sir, I'll take your microphone away. It is not the right way.
That happens.
Sir, I'll take your microphone away. It is not the right way.
And if we have time, we're going to get into the full 4-minute back and forth between the two of them and explain everybody what actually happened. Here we go. So Eric, lose that, and let's pull him up.
Yeah.
What? Here we go.
It is August 10th, 11:45 a.m. Location is the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office.
There's no echo, correct?
No. Sounds good to
You
me.
didn't hear an echo, right? Good.
Nope.
Okay, here we go. Good. Here we go. We got back. Sorry.
Franken-truck.
I know.
It is August 10th, 11:45 a.m. Location is the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office, 45 Sharman Road in Canton. This is Trooper Michael Proctor, along with
Sergeant Yuri Buchanan, spelled Yuri-Bukhenik, with the Norfolk District Attorney's Office.
and this is the interview with
Brian Loughran, Loughran.
Okay. Why don't we start with the night of the 29th, and whatever you can recall to the best of your recollection, we were kind of just walk us through what time you were called out and just everything you can recall at this point.
We were called out at 2:30 in the morning. I believe it was roughly 2:30 in the morning. I arrived at the barn at 2:15. I was in my truck. I went down, proceeded to do Cedar Crest to the very end, all the way back out to Dedham Street, back down Cedar Crest, left onto Fairview, up to Fairview, back onto Chapman, down to Spring Lane, and then back up Fairview. Repeated it again.
There you go. You guys got that? You got that, Eric?
Yeah, that's pretty easy to follow. Did one big loop.
Okay. And then he did it again. Yeah. Okay.
In the barn, what is that and where is it located?
It's 160 Bolivar Street, Canton, Mass.
It's kind of like the shop.
Yes.
So you got there around 2:15. Did you immediately go out, or did you kind of get the trucks ready? How did that kind of process take work?
Most of the trucks had been done before, so once we get there, we know our routes was to get in and go, basically.
And to the best of your recollection, if you could describe the weather conditions at like 2:30 a.m. and beyond that time while you're out plowing and sanding.
2:30 in the morning, it was snowing, not heavy, probably about 2 inches on the ground.
Okay. Remember this, folks, because in 20 minutes, there's going to be a quiz. At 2:30, Eric, how many inches were on the ground?
Couple inches.
Couple inches. Again, gonna play this one again because this one is what I took. This is one of the biggest takeaways from the interview.
basically.
And to the best of your recollection, if you could describe the weather conditions at like 2:30 a.m. and beyond that time while you're out plowing and sanding.
2:30 in the morning, it was snowing, not heavy, probably about 2 inches on the ground. It progressively got worse during the night, probably being the worst around 4:30-ish. I'm not 100% time-wise, but it was really snowing at that point. And, you know.
And that route you just described to us, was that your assigned route for that evening?
Yes, that's pretty much every snowstorm, that's my route.
And it's just a constant kind of loop of that?
They call it Lower Cedar Crest, so it's everything from Kings Road to Chapman Street.
And are you driving a town truck, or is this a subcontractor's vehicle that you are operating?
I'm operating a town vehicle.
So town of Canton DPW vehicle.
Correct.
What kind of vehicle was it?
It is an International. It is a 6-wheel dump.
6-wheel meaning 4 in the back,
6-wheel,
single axle, and 2 in the front.
Correct.
4 in the back, 2 in the front.
And were you sanding and salting as well? Or just plowing?
Just plowing at the time.
Was there anybody else with you? Are you partnered up with another truck? Are there 2 of you plowing the same roadway?
I don't know what happened to his fingers, but now we're down to 2 fingers. We'll just leave it at that.
In each direction, or how does that work? Or were you by yourself in that entire vicinity?
The subcontractors were called in at 3:30 in the morning.
And the subcontractors, do they have the same routes?
It depends. Bill makes, he'll give me a minimum of 1 subcontractor. I can have as much as 2. Depending if another subcontractor isn't there for a bigger route, more important route, he'll take one of mine and just leave me with just 1 subcontractor.
So in addition to you, a subcontractor will be assigned to essentially help you out in your assigned area?
Correct.
Do you recall the subcontractor that night?
Believe it was By the Yard Landscape, and I can't honestly remember if I had a second one.
Oh, that's fine.
Isn't that weird that By the Yard was never called in either trial?
Hmm.
Lucky was called in both trials. By the Yard wasn't called in either trial or asked. Right?
Yeah, never even put on a witness list.
Yeah, they were with Lucky.
And what time roughly did they arrive to help out?
3:30.
Around 3:30. Okay.
With that area, it being January, is there like a parking ban effect with a snowstorm coming in for the town of Canton? Do you know?
Yes. There's always a parking ban from November 1 to April.
And what does the parking ban mean, in your understanding?
My understanding is, as long as if it doesn't interfere with the removal of snow, that's fine. If it is hindering the removal of snow, then we call, and police will go down, knock on the door, tell them to move it, or they'll just tow it.
You remembering this snowstorm, is there a reason behind it? Like, what's the reason behind this? You remembering this day and this snowstorm?
I believe it or not, I know. I remember a lot of my stuff when it comes to the work.
Was this a significant snow amount fall that was forecasted that day?
I believe it was 18 inches.
18 inches of snow that was coming?
Yeah.
Do you remember any obstructions that you had to call in the police for that was obstructing the removal of snow for you that day?
There was a vehicle there. around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, in front of 34 Fairview.
Oh, there was a vehicle.
Correct.
Okay. Do you recall what kind of vehicle it was?
Ford Edge.
Ford Edge?
Yes.
And where along the property do you remember it to be parked?
It was parked looking at the front door. It was to the left of the front door.
So it was on the street?
Correct.
It was on the street. Which way was it facing? Towards Cedar Crest or Chapman?
Chapman.
So it's parked towards Chapman on Cedar Crest, excuse me, on Fairview.
Hey, Eric.
Yes,
I
sir.
think Bobby Jean's talking. I think Bobby Jean's talking about you.
You never know, John. You never know.
Could be me too. I am wearing my
Could
hat
be you
backwards.
too. Yeah, I mean,
I'm wearing my hat backwards today. So, what do you think of my gray Ford? What about my gray Ford Edge? How's that work? Is that the?
looks a little
Did I see
silver to
something
me.
today? Yeah, well, he's colorblind, so I don't know exactly what color. Lucky, I tried my best.
Could have
tried
been
my
blue.
best with your details to match. It could have been, but here's the other thing. Multiple people in that family owned a Ford Edge back then. Tan, yeah, he calls it a tan Ford Edge.
It's a pretty common car.
Correct. So, but come on. I mean, that I'm close. At least I'm close.
At least you have
I'm
an
not
edge
colorblind,
there.
so
At least you have an edge there.
at least I have a Ford Edge. I got the right vehicle. DJ, yeah, he said tan. So maybe I don't know what tan is. I mean, I Googled tan. I asked for tan. That's close. Lucky's watching. Lucky, I'm close, correct? Lucky, I'm close, right? you're colorblind. You're watching this.
Lucky's gonna type in.
Here we go.
Maybe it was black.
I don't think it was that. John, it wasn't the color you put. You're wrong. Wouldn't be the first time I'm wrong. But at least
And it's to the left of the front door?
Correct.
Or to the left of the driveway?
It was to the left of the driveway. The door's to the left of the driveway too.
Okay,
I love how Lucky. So basically, everything's to the left of the driveway. And Yuri's like, was it left of the driveway? And, yeah. Lucky's like, yeah. And so isn't the front door. The front door is left of the driveway too. Everything's left of the driveway.
Yeah, every door's
Good.
left of the driveway, except the garage doors.
Except for the garage doors. They are in the driveway. Actually, look, there's actually 3 vehicles in that driveway. Did you notice that? There's 3 vehicles in that driveway.
I see that. Yeah.
Eric, you're
Well,
the
you can
car guru.
you can definitely put 3 cars in that front portion of the
Up at the
driveway.
front, up the top.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? I think that blue one's a Ford. The first one's
Yeah.
a Ford.
It's
The
too far away.
second
Really.
one. The second one. The third one's a white Jeep. I think
All right.
that white one's a Jeep. Yeah. Should we get back to the?
Yeah,
you
let's
to
get
do?
back to it because we'll never figure those out.
Okay. No. Here we go.
how many spots up from the mailbox / driveway would you remember it being parked that day or that night?
I would it would say it was probably 4 or 5 spots up from the driveway.
Okay. 4 or 5 spots up from the driveway. Now, we've all seen the dash cam footage. Okay. So you have the driveway. Spot 1 would be in front of the mailbox. That's where Mulaney's vehicle pulled in. Spot 2 would be the next spot up. That's where spot 2 would be where Kerry Roberts parked. Spot
John,
3 would be Sarif's.
it'd be safe to say that the Ford Edge that Lucky was talking about
It's
was
in front of it,
kind of
right
in
there.
front of the
Right
the
there.
flagpole, in front of the yeah.
There you go.
You may have
Thank
pushed
you.
it up a
That's all I
hair,
need you to
but
say. I struggled with the placement because I was like, nah, if I'm giving him 4 spots, where would it be? It's
if
somewhere
you
right
had
around
placed
there.
it back a little bit, maybe we could figure out those other cars.
All I'm saying is we're in the ballpark. We're in the ballpark with the placement of that vehicle.
Yeah, we're in the neighborhood.
Okay, good. Just checking. Let's continue.
Okay. Was there anybody in the vehicle?
Not that I recognize. I don't
Was the
remember.
vehicle running?
No.
Did you notice footprints in the snow around the vehicle before you plowed?
No.
Did you notice any snow footprints leading away from the vehicle, towards the property, towards the driveway, towards the back of the house, towards the front of the house? Any of those?
No.
Would you remember if you saw that, something like that?
Yes.
Did you have to call Canton PD to have that vehicle removed, or have them knock on the door to get the vehicle removed, or did you kind of on your second swipe, did you have to notify Canton PD to get the vehicle removed?
No.
Was the vehicle removed for any reason while you were plowing that day?
Not that I'm aware of by any other sources other than them driving it away.
Okay.
Was that the only time you saw that, the Ford Edge? So on your second pass?
But, it was there for a significant period of time. It was there for at least an hour into the storm. It wasn't enough that it required me to have it removed. There wasn't a lot of snow on the ground at that time.
So it was there for at least an hour into the storm from when he was driving. Remember, 2:30, he went in, so 3:30. So that thing was around there until about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Well, did he say that it was out there when he first got on the job? Or did
Yeah,
it
when he
show
first
up a little,
when he came.
it was his first sweep
know,
around
we're
that
gonna have
it
to go
was
back
there
now.
already?
Yeah.
I'm just making sure because I thought it showed up later, but I could be wrong.
Oh, you know what? Now you have me questioning that too. We're gonna have to go back. We're gonna have to go back and see if his first pass. Oh, right there. He made the first pass. There was nothing there. Then the car showed up. Thank you.
Right.
Standing stones. There you go. Right. So first pass, nothing's there. Second pass, now the car's there. Somebody showed up. It was there for at least an hour, he said. He just said that right now.
Well, you know,
Okay.
what time did the car wasn't there when Karen and the girls showed up.
But that's at 6 o'clock.
Correct.
It
So,
wasn't there on the first pass, 2:30 to 3:30. 3:30 to 4:30 is when it's there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Give or take 10,
Just
15
go
minutes.
around it
either
and-
time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as you plow, which direction is your blade facing and you're removing the snow as you come down the street? Like you described the routes for us, you going on Fairview. Can you tell us how you operate, maneuver, position the plow?
Plow is always ring road to the right.
Ring road to the right.
Always
So,
right.
and do you go with the traffic that you normally naturally would as you plow the roadway, or do you go the opposite way and then clean it up out of the middle?
Normally, I will follow the traffic rules, and if we need to push back, I will go against the traffic.
Okay. That day, that night, did you have to push back and go against the traffic at any point, or was it a typical pattern?
Typical pattern.
Okay. Did you see anything out of the ordinary that day outside of the vehicle being parked there, obstructing your initial passes?
No.
No.
So we just came to the determination that Lucky said there was nothing on the first pass. And now Yuri's telling him that it was there on the first pass when he's asking him, did you see anything outside of the car being there on your first passes? See what I see Yuri, how he's twists the words?
Like he's trying to trick him up.
I do. I honestly do. He sounds so smug sometimes. There's, I have to put a disclaimer, people. There is going to be 2 times in which I may take a little bit of liberty in the way I display the what's on the screen versus what you hear. I just want to give you a heads up. This is my interpretation, but for the most part, 99% of it is exactly like you see it.
Obviously, you've been asked about this before, so it's not a secret why I'm asking you these questions. If you did see a body in the roadway or on the side of the road, would you call it in?
Absolutely.
But that day you didn't see anything suspicious?
No.
Does that, to you, does that mean that you definitely, there was definitely no body there? Or do you think it might have been obstructed by something if you were driving by? Or what's your understanding of it?
I saw no body. My truck is high enough with the lights that I would have seen a body. I can't answer to say if there was something obstructing me. I didn't see anything obstructing me.
Kamahama. A lot of you are getting the same thing as us. I would be like, if I was answering him, I'd be like, no, dipshit. I wouldn't call it in. Like some of his questions. Nope, wouldn't. I just keep driving.
He's
Yeah.
the sergeant
Sorry.
in charge.
I know. He's the one in charge. He's the one with all the questions. And the other thing is, even though Proctor starts this whole interview, it's pretty much all Yuri. Oh, thank you, Richie. This should have, and it only gets worse. But thank you, Richie. I always like when he gives me a plug. It makes me want to keep on going. That guy's the master.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's good. Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. No, you go. No, you go. No, you go.
So you obviously are aware that there's a publication about an interview, right?
Yes.
Okay. Who published that interview, do you know?
I believe it's Aiden or Turtle Boy.
Yeah. Are you familiar with his platform and the blogging that he does and video YouTubing that he conducts?
YouTubing?
Yes.
Okay. When was the last time you spoke to Aiden?
Monday or Tuesday. I want to say it was Monday.
Monday or Tuesday?
It was Monday.
It was Monday.
Yeah.
And how did you guys communicate?
He called me
He called you on your phone?
on my cell phone.
Do you have your cell phone with you?
Yes, I do.
Can you open it up and show us the time that he called and the date?
Don't have him.
John, why so concerned with Aiden at this stage? Isn't he conducting a?
On my phone.
You don't have him on your phone.
They were very concerned. They were very concerned. There's going to be a concern with the FBI soon too. You're going to get that.
That's
So,
coming. Yeah.
So right there, I just so that we're clear, that took a little bit longer, and I cut about 15 seconds out of that of dead air, them looking through the phone and just fumbling around. All you heard was some fumbling around. I cut off 15 seconds. I'm just, I guess I could have kept it and not had to explain myself right there for 15 seconds. But I was trying to shorten the whole thing from all the dead air. There was like 6 or 7 spots of dead air that I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. All you hear is the air conditioner on in the room. But so here we go. They're going to have a nice little back and forth right now. Let's hear the back and forth. This is a good one. Lucky, you're awesome. Lucky, you are fucking awesome. Here we go.
Don't have him on my phone.
You don't have him on your phone?
No, I do not.
In your call logs, you don't have him calling you on Monday?
I do not have his number on here.
How come?
I cycle my phone all the time.
You delete your phone numbers?
I delete any calls that come in. I keep it for a month and then I delete.
But Monday was not a month ago.
Correct.
So why do you think that phone number is not on your phone?
I'm sure it's because I deleted it, and I've got 3 days worth of phone calls on my phone right now.
But you said every month you delete it.
It was.
What's the cycle that you delete them at?
So I try to keep my memory not as blocked up. I do go through my texts. I delete my texts. I go through my phones. I delete my phone numbers just to keep my memory so it doesn't get blocked up.
No, that's good. That's good. Do you remember the phone number?
Yuri, we will ask the questions. Oh, was he so mad? You deleted him? Yeah, I deleted him. Lucky. I would have been like, dude, I can do anything I want with my phone. I didn't do anything wrong. Who the hell are you to ask me? You know?
You know, he deletes them once a month. That doesn't mean that he had to wait a month for that phone call to
I'd be like
30 days.
Right. I'd be like, listen, normally I delete them once a month, but you know what? Sometimes I delete other stuff because I don't want it in my phone.
Right?
There's times that people send me stuff. Let me tell you, I'm going to tell you guys right now. There's times that people will send me stuff, information, let's say, and I will delete it immediately after reading it. And sometimes I remember it and sometimes I forget it. All right. And that's that, because I'm not going to write it down and I'm not going to leave it in my phone. And if it's important, I'm probably going to remember it. Just saying. I delete anything. Now, actually, I tell people don't even text it to me.
So
Let's meet for
John,
coffee.
half of my text to you just delete.
No, but there's a reason. Eric, there's a reason why I spend a lot of time in Dedham and in Canton, because I'm having a quick little coffee with someone in the afternoon. There's a reason why. So, just saying. They might text me that they want. I'm like, nope, nope, don't do it. Don't even call me. Let's go meet for coffee. And I learned that from a Hell's Angel. Yeah.
And there's
Hell's
a
Angel
nice
basically
coffee
said,
shop in Dedham.
That's right. The Hell's Angel told me that many, many years ago. He's like, he goes, what you do is you call me up, you say, hey, Mr. X, meet me for coffee, and we'll meet for coffee. that's what you do. You don't do anything on the cell phones. And most of the Alberts learned that pretty quick, right? Don't want to text about it. So just saying, they knew it too.
Number that he called you from?
It was a 401 number.
401?
Yes.
401, okay. And did it come up with his name or where he's, like the town that the number originates from?
No, it did not.
Did you know that his phone call was coming?
I did not.
No, he surprised you?
Correct.
What were you doing when he called?
I had just been released from work, and I had worked the night, overnight. So
He called you first thing in the morning?
Yeah, probably around 7:30ish.
Okay. And did he introduce himself? Did he say anything? Did he identify himself?
He said he was Aiden. He didn't, say that I'm Aiden.
I think what he meant to say is, and right there, I think that's the only it's not a mistake. I think he meant to say, he didn't say I'm Turtle Boy. He said, I'm Aiden. He didn't say Turtle Boy. You know what I mean? I think that's where he just...
And then he proceeded with the interview.
With the interview? And what kind of questions was he asking?
Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color for the...
You ever been in a cockpit before? You like movies about gladiators?
He had asked,
for the record, those are not the questions that were asked. But as you can see, because Yuri has to ask the stupid question. What kind of questions was he asking? Right away, I'm like, oh my God, Buddy the Elf and Airplane. I'm like, I was gonna go on. I was gonna go. Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters. I had so many in my head. I'm like, no, don't do it. So anyways, We can go back. We got to go back for that. We'll play it one more time. You know, only because I humored myself. I might as well force you guys to watch it again.
401. Okay. And did it come up with his name or where he's like the town that the number originates from?
No, it did not.
Did you know that his phone call was coming?
I did not.
No, he surprised you?
Correct.
What were you doing when he called?
Did you know the call was coming? No. Was it a surprise? Yes. No shit, Sherlock.
So
he called you first thing in the morning?
Yeah, probably around 7:30ish.
Okay. And did he introduce himself? Did he say anything? Did he identify himself? Like
he said he was Aiden. He didn't, say that I'm Aiden. And then he proceeded with the interview.
With the interview. And what kind of questions was he asking?
Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color for the...
You ever been in a cockpit before? You like movies about gladiators?
He had asked if I have been cooperating, and I said yes, I have.
No,
he goes,
haven't been cooperating at all.
I've been interviewed by the FBI. I've been interviewed by Karen Reed's special investigative reporters or private detectives, and those two are the ones that wanted to see the route. It was the private investigators.
So the private investigators wanted to see the route and drove you around.
Correct.
The FBI didn't drive you around like he said.
Right. So
how is that possible that he has a transcript of your interview and he's actually misrepresenting who drove you around, who did what?
I can't answer that because...
Did he tell you that the interview was recorded?
No, he did not.
He did not tell you it was recorded?
He did not.
Oh, so okay. Was there anybody else on the line with him? Did he three-way call you?
Not that I'm aware of.
He didn't make you aware of that?
No.
I was so close to putting one of those party line commercials on right there, and I said, "Don't do it, don't do it." Remember back in the 80s and 90s, the party line commercials. I was so close to putting it right there. Everyone else on the line, yeah, the whole town was listening in. Eric.
Yes, John.
If you are calling into Mass from a one-party consent state, Mass still law applies. The law that's the most protective applies. So even if you're in Rhode Island and you're calling Mass, it's the more protective state.
It kind of makes sense, and
yeah. And you know what Glamour gets for saying that?
I do.
Go ahead.
That happened.
Sir, I'll take your microphone away. It is not the right way.
I will take your microphone away. Oh, thank you, Glamour Suze. Oh, are you cooperating? Nope, not cooperating at all. No, not in. That's not me. They call me non-cooperative Loughran. My brother, he's the chicken nugget. I'm non-cooperative. So,
be nice.
I'm sorry. Sorry, chicken nugget. I will take your whiteboard away. I got it. I got my whiteboard right here. That works now.
John,
I haven't been writing on it.
It's the Chronk board.
Chronk board, yes. Oh, Jesus. I almost hit myself in the head with the Chronk board. Okay, back. We're getting back on track. We just veer off the tracks a tiny bit, but get back on track. Here we go.
Okay.
How do you think he got your phone number? Or did he say how he got your phone number? Or
your fingers do the walking.
He did not.
Did you ever talk to him, communicate with him, visit his platforms in any way, follow him before that you might have inadvertently shared your contact information with him that way in the past?
No, but I do follow him.
You do follow him?
But no, I did not.
Okay.
There was an incident where I was in Wisconsin, and he commented on a post that I did, which was a simple picture of a pancake, and I said holy pancakes. And at that point, he had he contacted me through Facebook Messenger, looking to answer questions. And I said at that point, I am not answering any questions regarding this matter anymore, unless it's attached to a subpoena or a badge.
Those stinking badges.
Good day, sir. I said good day.
When did that Facebook message happen?
March.
Of this year.
Yes.
Now, so he shared, I have the printouts of his blogs here. He shared those screenshots on his publication.
Back down to 3 fingers.
Of your conversation. Are those accurate based on, to your knowledge? Are these accurate? I'm showing you the screenshot. It's your name from a Facebook Messenger here. Is that accurate?
I clipped some of this because it was like 15 seconds again of him trying to read this.
Okay. So it's a screen grab with Brian Loughran's name at the top, 13th.
Doesn't with his fingers like that, doesn't he remind you from the guy from that horror movie?
Yeah.
You know that movie I'm talking about? with the fingers?
all I know, John, is that Tully's got to be pissed. How does this guy still have his job? And Tully had to retire a couple years earlier.
Remember what I told you guys a year ago? That another state trooper told me how, not my words, the state trooper's words, how dumb this kid is. Not my words.
Hey,
there's another guy.
The proof is in the pudding.
He goes, there's a reason why a lot of people are on the force. And it's called one word. It starts with a D. And it ends with adversity. And I don't care if the Fabulous Four want to say he's a decorated Marine who was able to protect Marine One. You know why? You know why he was able to protect Marine One? Because there's not a lot of stuff up there other than following orders, right? Follow orders, shoot to kill, protect. He is the stereotypical, just, do as we told you to do. And dumb as a stump. That's my opinion. He's a decorated dude. Yeah.
Decorated
I
dude.
don't know how some people are like this. Yeah. This is what's protecting. This is what's protecting. This is what's protecting your citizens, people. This is what's protecting your citizens of
Makes us feel real comfortable, doesn't it?
Right. Yep. The fact that it's just so much. Oh. Anyways, we keep going.
John, don't forget.
To the left of it.
Yeah.
He wears a badge and a gun still.
Yeah, he does. Scary. That's a scary.
Yeah. Think about that.
Yep. Imagine that. All because he was able to keep his mouth shut, which isn't tough because now when you hear him talk, but he kept his mouth shut for 20 weeks. He was able to get through the academy for 20 weeks.
His emoji icon profile picture with Sunday 2:22 p.m. at the top.
So we contact Aiden, aka Turtle Boy, contacts you in March via Facebook Messenger?
Correct.
Uh-oh. See, now the chat's going crazy here. Yuri's wife was, chit-chatting in a local restaurant one night and admitted that he had a fallen line. There you go. Yeah. Of course he's going to fall in line. That's why he's where he is. The ones that follow orders.
She should have kept her mouth shut.
I know. She should have. The ones that follow orders will keep moving up.
Did you hear from him again until Monday?
No.
What changed your mind about talking to him and answering questions in the meantime?
I don't have an answer to that.
Okay. Have you had a chance to review the transcript that he published about your conversation before?
My supervisor sent me a screenshot of that. And right off the bat, I noticed that he states that I was in with the FBI driving the route, and that's not correct. Nor did I ever say that I was with the FBI in their car going down Fairview to show them the route I do.
Okay.
I said that that was the private detectives that I was with.
So that transcript's not accurate?
Correct.
In that respect. Where did you meet with the FBI?
The first time I met with them, it was at my residence.
Did you get that, Eric? Where did you meet with the FBI? And what did he say?
I missed it.
The first time I met with them.
It was probably at his house, right?
Yeah, and that's why they with
the FBI driving the route, and that's not correct. Nor did I ever say that I was with the FBI in their car going down Fairview to show them the route I do.
Okay.
I said that that was the private detectives that I was with.
So that transcript's not accurate?
Correct.
In that respect. Where did you meet with the FBI?
The first time I met with them, it was at my residence.
I did not do that.
The second time I met with them was to actually go through the route, and we met at 100 Dedham Street, the John F. Kennedy parking lot.
Okay. Do you remember what dates these were?
I don't, honestly. I know one was on a Sunday.
Did they identify themselves with credentials to you?
They introduced themselves as private investigators working on behalf of the defense team for Karen Reed.
What about the FBI agents?
The FBI agents did leave me their cards.
But the...
Now, right there, same thing. After Lucky said they left me their cards, there was a good little blocked out, redacted area. So Lucky either gave them the information of who, this is just me spitballing. I didn't ask Lucky this, but he either named the FBI or said, you know, or maybe showed the cards or something, but it was redacted, whatever it was. Yeah, he is crossing the line.
Private investigators met with you 2 times to take you through the route.
Correct.
Okay.
One time. They met me twice. Second time to do the route.
Where was the first meeting? I'm sorry.
At my house.
At your house. And the FBI also went to your house?
Correct.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I might have missed it and misunderstood.
So the only time you traveled the route was with the defense team's private investigators?
Correct.
Okay. Right.
After Aiden called you, did you call, tell, text, communicate with anyone about the conversation?
No.
Have you heard from Turtle Boy since, either Facebook Messenger or text or phone call since Monday?
No.
They don't want to know about the feds?
And just to confirm, when he called you, he didn't advise you that you could potentially he's recording that conversation? Did he tell you, hey, this is being recorded?
He did not tell me it was being recorded.
This is what they're more worried about. They were more worried about Aiden than they were.
When did you stop plowing that area?
That day.
John, did you already say when this interview took place?
This was, I just saw that somebody asked
like
that
a year and a half after.
This was obviously like 4 days after Turtle Aiden came out with the story.
So middle of April 2023.
He talked to
Not
Aiden
back
on
in
a Monday.
2022, like in February or March or even April of 22. But
No.
we gotta wait. We waited
A
till
year.
April of 2023.
Right. They were never going to talk to. They were never going to talk to Lucky.
And I think they're still looking for the by the yard guy. They still
They
haven't come
don't
up with a
listen.
report for that.
No, they're not looking for him.
No.
By the Yard guy is a really nice guy.
You know him.
Yeah, we all know him. Everybody knows him. He's not a cop, but he does work within the law enforcement family. Anyways, let's keep going.
It could have been anywhere between mid-afternoon.
Mid-afternoon. So you were plowing when like the police and the paramedics responded?
Yeah, the road was officially blocked at that point. I notified my supervisor that I could not go down any further than carriage lane.
So for those of you at home, this is a shot looking down Fairview. Carriage lane is right there on your right. And at the bottom of the hill would have been on the left, would have been 34 Fairview. Any of you guys have time? The video that the trial channel has Officer Good Gone Bad dash cam footage when he leaves the station. You're going to see him he's going to turn off of Washington Street onto Chapman. You're going to see a deer standing right there on the left-hand side that didn't get spooked. And then when he turns onto Fairview, you can almost see he barely, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 houses at the top of Fairview. And because it's the winter and there's no leaves on the trees, you can see all the way down. You can see the all of the engines and the lights all the way past this. So Lucky had to turn around here, is what he told Billy Walsh, his boss, that this is where he had to turn around and couldn't get past. Now, for those of you that remember, and I'd like to phrase this in a certain way. Many of you remember Higgins basically say, when they asked him about his phone, and he never said what he did. He said, if I were to do something to my phone, I would have put it in the dumpster and maybe broken it. However, whatever his words were. But he basically said, if I were to, and I'm going to do the same thing and say, if I were to talk to Lucky, and Lucky, we all know how truthful he is. Basically, his first time down Cedar Crest is when he sees Sarif's car, and he can't turn left onto Cedar Crest. So he goes onto Fairview. So he comes down Cedar Crest. He can't turn left onto Fairview. So he goes to the end of Cedar Crest. And it's when he's coming back up Cedar Crest, where Fairview is now on his right, is where for the first time he actually sees Mulaney's car coming down and turning onto Fairview. And then Lucky, if Lucky were to plow And if Lucky was just a little nosy, Lucky probably would have gone up Spring Lane to Chapman, come down Chapman, and then as he testified to, come down Chapman and then come down Fairview. And then as he testified to, would have pulled over to allow the fire engines to get by him as they went down Fairview. And then he would have turned around and went back along, done his thing. So you would have seen Lucky coming up from the left-hand side of the dash cam when Sarah's car is on site, passing Mulaney's vehicle. I'm just saying, if Lucky were to do it the way we believe he did it, and he did. Did I explain that well enough, Eric?
Yeah, I think you
Okay.
explained it.
You
well
get the
enough.
gist of it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Did you get it 100% right?
Yeah.
That's all that
Yep.
matters.
If Lucky were to do that, that's what he would be doing.
He said just to keep it open until they're done.
Okay. How long does the route take you to do that whole loop, approximately, that night? What was the average time that you would cycle from being on Fairview, do the rest of the complex, and come back to Fairview?
It depends. It depends on how much the subcontractor has done on the other part of the route, which are my, side streets, cul-de-sacs, and stuff like that. It depends. I mean, normally it can be 20 minutes. If I do Dedham Street, Cedar Crest to the end, go back to Dedham Street, come back down Cedar Crest, and up Fairview, it could be 20 minutes.
John.
Okay. So the way I'm understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong.
I got a question.
Yeah, I did.
So if you got a subcontractor that's kind of following the same route that Lucky is, I'm assuming that he doesn't have a truck the size of the Franken truck.
Correct. Usually the subcontractor's truck is smaller.
Yeah, maybe
Correct.
an F-250, F-350 kind of situation.
Correct. And there's times that the subcontractor will be like right there with Lucky.
Right.
And then there's times where Lucky will continue on the route and the subcontractor will do like some small little cul-de-sac and then catch back up with him.
Do you think that the subcontractor's seeing all the lights? I mean, he was in a small little portion of the neighborhood, had to have seen all the commotion going on.
Of course they did.
You think the subcontractor got a little nosy and maybe
of course they
came
did
to take a look for themselves?
Of course they did, because we saw in the trial in which Lucky even told what's his name there, Brennan, that one of those passes wasn't Lucky's truck. It was the other guy's truck. So subs have radios? I'm not sure in Canton. I know in Walpole they do. I know in Walpole the subs are get handheld portable radios that are on the same frequency as all the DPW town trucks.
It would only make sense that they have a way of communicating other than call a cell phone.
Yeah. DJ, do you think the most recent releases of phone records and the purchases of redaction software, Sallyport, will shift the paradigm in the upcoming court cases? You know what? We went through some of the phone records recently, and I know that now there's even more information coming out about the Sallyport videos and the fact that they paid for some sort of editing software. I don't know.
Couple hundred grand, I heard.
Yeah. So
spare no expense.
This is to quote one of our favorite Chronks. It's the story that's never going away.
Yeah. Where is Jeff?
Jeff Williams. Where is Jeff Williams?
Where are you? We miss you,
and,
Jeff.
Yeah, and DJ, I don't want you to feel left out. Eric, I want to do this one because just because I like the buttons too.
Give us fucking McDonough, and we'll go easy on you.
There you go.
It was time. It was time for a good McDonough
It
one.
was time. We haven't had a good McDonough in a while.
I know.
I
Doc
know.
took over for a little while.
You know?
Now we're gonna have to go back and forth.
You know what?
Might have to take your
loves the Sean
microphone
McDonough.
away.
I will take your microphone away. Then we gotta get into that.
I dare him to
So-
take McDonough's away. Good luck.
There you go. Thanks, DJ, for the thanks for the gas money, or for the actually that's gonna go towards the next FOIA request. Oh, town of Canton, they do not know what to do with me. On a side note, just the people up at town hall are not happy with me. I have gotten word through several people that they are not happy with me. Well, here's the thing: had you just worked with me on the first FOIA request, information request, we wouldn't be at this point right now. But you wanted to dig in your feet. You wanted to charge at $350. You didn't want to give the money back. You didn't want to give us any information, right? You stopped answering the emails. You made it so that it's like going to the dentist. Well, you know what? I like going to the dentist. Dr. Likas in Canton Center is still my dentist. I love Dr. Likas. And you know what? Because I know that this wasn't a surprise with Doc Stady on that whole moderator issue, and that there's a bunch of emails that went back and forth trying to shut this thing down before it ever made it to annual town meeting. I want those.
Oh, good.
And
Give
let's
him a
see
little
what-
time
let's
to
see.
prepare, John.
So let's see how long you guys drag your feet with this, because you think it's just so, it's just so vague.
John, can I
Anyways.
give you a little advice?
Yeah.
Instead of emailing, instead of calling, show up. Be right there.
I should go up. I should go up.
Absolutely. They'll trust me.
Make them. Yeah.
I mean, you're a nice, jovial, fun kind of guy. I mean, maybe they can't see that.
Dude,
through
they
the
wouldn't even
emails.
come out of
need
the,
to
they
see
wouldn't
it
even come
face
out
to
of the
face.
office. They didn't even want to come out of the office to take my money when I went up there. I went up there with cash. They didn't even want to take the cash.
They made you wait, huh?
Yeah.
Take a number.
Called
You were
from the back
you were number
room.
one.
John Camos here. What's he want? He wants to pay. Give him a receipt. Get him out of here.
Ah,
I don't want to see him.
no refund for you.
Yeah. Yep. Here we go. Keep on going. Back on tracks. Back on the tracks. Here we go.
You with the big truck do the main thoroughway, Cedar Crest, Fairview, and
Spring
Spring Lane, and then the subcontractors do the little small side streets in the cul-de-sacs. Is that accurate, or am I wrong?
It's somewhat accurate. I'm responsible for 8 or 9, 10 streets. So if I get done with those two main roads, Cedar Crest, Spring Lane, Fairview, I'll bounce out and I'll take care of Kings Road, which is a big street. I'll take care of Hunter Lane, which is off of Kings Road. As I'm doing Spring Lane, I'll go all the way down to the very end of Spring Lane, depending on when the last time the subcontractor has hit Fall Lane, Snowflake, I will hit those again.
During this specific night, when the snow is coming down so hard and so heavy at such a rapid pace.
You guys remember when I stopped the video about 5 minutes in, when Yuri asked him at 2:30, and he said it wasn't more than 2 inches, right?
Yep.
Remember that? And now,
Sure, it's a blizzard now, right?
okay, well now it's a blizzard, but this is Yuri, classic Yuri, who's going to reframe. Basically, he's going to reframe a question, and they get so carried away. Wait till you hear his question. This is like those interviews when you see the interviewer basically giving a monologue before each question, and then forgets to give the question. All right, hold on. Let's back this up. Ready? And I'm going to let this play, while I get a Prixon, and and listen to the way Yuri is trying to frame the night after Lucky said, well, at 2:30, there was only 2 inches of snow and no body.
As I'm doing Spring Lane, I will go all the way down to the very end of Spring Lane, depending on when the last time the subcontractor has hit Fall Lane, Snowflake, I will hit those again.
During this specific night when the snow is coming down so hard and so heavy at such a rapid pace, what would be in you've been doing this for many years. How many years have you been doing this?
18.
18 years, the same route?
Not the same route.
But plowing for 18 years.
Correct.
How many years on this route?
Well, this year would have not been a year I did it. We didn't do any plowing, but this year I was given a new route. Up until that, it was probably 3 or 4 years.
So in the 4 years that you did the section in question, including Fairview and Cedar Crest,
correct,
what would be the longest turnaround time for you to come back to Fairview?
That's how long it took him to answer, to ask the question. So I was able to go into the kitchen, get my Prixons, come back and sit down, all while the snow was coming down so hard. Oh, wait, by the way, I know the snow was coming down really hard and it was really bad night. Wait, how long have you been plowing? 18 years. Really? 18 years. And you always got the same route? What happened to, see what I mean? He couldn't even stay on where he wanted. He went from the snow coming down so hard to how long have you been plowing the route? Have you been plowing that route to how long does it take you to do the route?
John, only the best in Norfolk County. Only
Yeah.
the best.
Almost like he was, that's almost like someone was in our comments earlier talking about how, what's that guy's name running for DA? Connor?
Yeah, Connor, Greg Connor.
Well, how Connor thinks that some of these state troopers could be lawyers. Could you believe if Yuri was a lawyer asking these questions? I would take my chances with my cousin Vinny over Yuri.
John, if we didn't have the Lucky interview, we probably could have done a pretty good show on the Greg Connor interview.
Oh yeah, same thing. I watched that. I don't get it.
Might have to backtrack and do that still.
We still could. We still could with the way he. Well, I don't know much about that case. Really, you're the second man. You're the second highest man over there.
Right.
I really shouldn't comment on it.
No,
but
no.
It's okay for Morrissey to comment on things, right? I mean, oh, come on.
He calls him Mike.
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah. Back on track? Do we go back on the tracks?
Yeah, get right back.
Back on the tracks.
It could be an hour.
Could be an hour.
Could be an hour.
So, at any point during the night, did you see a body on the side of the road?
No.
At any point of the night, with your lights illuminated, you sitting up above, did you see a body appear on the side of the road?
No.
Did you see footprints at any point during the night coming to and from the house, the driveway, other parts of the street, any property, any tire tracks that would have been pulled up alongside where the body was found?
No.
At any point of the night, I know I'm repeating myself, but it's important, okay? Because you have a great memory, and you're telling us in specific detail what you've remembered. Any part of the night, did you see anybody bringing a body out there, placing it on top of the snow, or digging up the snow and covering the body in the snow and disturbing the snow around the body?
No.
You don't think that if Lucky was driving by and saw that, he would have reported it immediately?
Oh, of course he would have.
Yep, there you go. You got it. I'm telling you, that's how he came across the whole interview. The whole interview. You got it.
He's John. Let's
Yeah.
just call. He is kind of a douche.
Oh, he's a wicked douche.
You know what I mean? It is what it is. I mean,
I will say I've never been to a wedding where I've flossed my butt with my shirt.
yeah.
I can say that. I can say that. And I do know somebody from that wedding that was not happy with me, and she wanted to know if I was going to include her in any of this. I'm like, no, why would I do that? So just because she was at that wedding too. But so hi, DPW worker.
Oh boy, there we go.
Why?
How many pricks and ciders? You don't have to count,
early.
John. We know.
You don't have to. Oh, speaking of which, so I went to go yesterday. Went and got my pricks and ciders. This will be quick little off the track, back on the track. Went to go get the pricks and ciders at a very, very large building, and I go in there, and I mean they got pallets. It's pallets of stuff. You know, it used to be a supermarket. Now it's a liquor store. And I see my pricks and ciders, and there's little the cardboard ads, and one of them was a 24 pack for $24.99, and right next to it was 30 pack for $24.99, and I'm like, well, this ain't right. Okay.
So you did the simple math.
I'm like, huh, right? So not only did I take the 30 pack to the front register, I took the sign with me just in case they rang up the 30 pack and said, no. I'm like, no, you're advertising it right here for the same price. I did. And I bet apparently it's because they buy so much that it's up to the person buying it. They're like, well, not everybody has room for a 30 pack. Like, get in my belly. I have room for a 30 pack.
John, you're 50 years old plus, and you're grabbing the advertised sign to make sure they charge you the right price.
I wanted to make sure it rang in at $24.99. Yes.
Couldn't have just looked at the receipt?
No, I just because I wasn't going to buy it. I was going to say, hey, listen,
you were going to go back to the 24 pack just in case.
Well, I actually brought. They had a lot of employees in that store, and so I brought one with me, and he couldn't figure it out either. And we went up to the register together, and he's like, "Huh, yeah, I guess it's good." I'm like, "Okay." I give him back the sign to go put back.
Oh, so you made him put the sign back?
Yeah. Oh. And then they had all these women sampling all these different.
John, he honors the price, and then you make him do extra work.
Oh no, they love us. They love me there, dude. I turned in my empties. I went. Oh, there used to be the day when you turn in your empties, they'd already be in cases, and you just say, "Yeah, 6 cases, 7 cases times 05, ding, ding, ding." Right? Now you got to go to a machine, and it's one at a time in the machine, and you can't be too fast because it's like, too fast. You put your thing in the machine too fast, and it spits it out, or it doesn't like the barcode. $36. $36. I won't tell you how many cans that is.
That's 2 weeks of the Chronicle.
$36 we got back. So yeah. Anyways, but it's 2 of us. It's not just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean, she's got some of those, those sun cruisers, and she's got the fancy drinks. Okay. Anyways, back to Lucky, back on the tracks. I said it'd be quick. Back on the tracks.
Did not observe or remember seeing any of that?
No.
Any blood trails of a body being dragged? I know you mentioned there was no car tracks pulling up to where you were plowing after the edge had left, right?
Correct.
So you didn't see any tire tracks. You didn't see any blood trails being dragged, a body being dragged there.
No chemtrails.
And you didn't hit the body, right? If you hit the body,
Correct.
you would have notified.
I would have A, known about it, and B, I would have known. I would have been required to stop and make a phone call to the supervisor, and then the necessary phone calls to police and fire. That's protocol for the town.
At any point during the night, did you hit anything at all? Mailbox, car, anything at all?
I hit a basketball net that was portable on the side of the road. It actually hit my the arm to my tarp that is on top of my truck.
So not the plow.
Not the plow.
So you clipped something up above.
Correct.
The net actually clipped like above your truck.
Correct.
And it was protruding onto the roadway as you were plowing?
Correct.
Your plow didn't hit it?
No.
It's just, it made contact with your vehicle.
Correct.
And did you notice anybody injured out there that night due to that clipping?
Are you shitting me?
Did you notice anyone injured after you hit a basketball net? Wow. I know that earlier in the night, Rocco was down there clearing the basketball courts so that people could play basketball in the blizzard.
I'm surprised you didn't ask him if he ran over a basketball. You sure you didn't run over a basketball?
Oh, was anyone hurt when you hit a basketball net? Yeah, Dennis, unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
These are the questions he asked.
Yeah.
The hoop was just asking for it.
Dennis will agree.
The hoop had it coming. The hoop had it coming.
Yuri's a douche.
Oh. Oh, hey, we hit 420. Well, you know what? Thank you for the 420. However many people are in here, we don't really look right away. We do look once in a while, but however many people you guys that are watching us, thank you. I appreciate it. If you're in the chat, we appreciate it. If you've donated to us, we appreciate it. And if you're just watching, we appreciate you. And if you hate us and you're watching, sorry, I still like you. There you go. Did anyone get hurt when you hit the basketball net? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Kareem did.
No.
Did you notify anybody?
Yes.
Okay, you did.
Notified my supervisor.
And what was the result of that incident?
The net was turned from facing the street to facing parallel. So I turned it 90 degrees.
Do you recall what street that was on?
It was on Tippecott Road.
And off of what street is that?
That is off of Cedar Crest and off of Kings Road.
Okay.
Tippecott is a half moon. It goes to Cedar Crest and comes off of Kings Road.
Did you notice any other vehicles on Fairview Road parked on the side of the road other than the Ford Edge?
No.
What color was this Ford Edge?
I can't tell you. I am colorblind.
Okay. Was it a light color or a dark color? You just
if I were to say it was a tan colored.
A tan color?
Tan. There you go. Hey, Dan from Michigan. Dan from Michigan. Are you Michigan State or University of? Because if you're Michigan State, you can leave right now, but University, you can stay and watch us. Anyways, that's tan. I Googled tan. That's tan. I know, Eric. That's what Google thinks tan is.
The Spartans?
It thinks what? Yeah,
What's the
Michigan
matter with
State's
this?
the Spartans.
Yeah. What's
no.
the matter with them?
No.
Nice
Spartans.
state school.
No. Anyways, when you Google a tan Ford Edge, that's what comes up.
Looks silver.
I don't know. We don't. So again, he's colorblind, so we don't know.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Right, but we don't know if it's a light blue, a mid blue, like tan to Lucky. Apparently, Google's colorblind too. Yeah. So I don't know how many versions of a color can come through as tan to colorblind people. Let's Google that real quick. Do I have to tell Google that I'm live to tape? How many different colors of a car can come up as tan for a colorblind individual?
For people with common types of color blindness, cars that are brown, green, or muted red or orange can appear tan. There isn't a specific number of colors, as tan covers a range of light brown, beige, or yellowish hues. Curious about the causes of color blindness? Tap the mic and ask, what causes color blindness?
No, I'm good. It gave me the answer I wanted.
That's quite a range of colors and darknesses it could have been.
Correct. Right. Yeah. But here's the thing. He knows it was a Ford Edge. How about not start with a Ford Edge?
Did anybody ever look for the Ford Edge?
They never looked at a Ford Edge.
They interviewed him. I mean, did they go searching?
No. Did you think they interviewed the basketball net?
they didn't. They didn't.
I bet you they went looking for the basketball net before they go looking for the Ford Edge.
Doesn't sound like they interviewed the other plow driver that was on that same route either.
No.
But that other plow driver didn't get a phone call from Aiden and we don't know if he got a visit from the feds.
Correct. See, we're getting a ton. This, Eric, you're supposed to be watching the chat. The chat's been going faster than we've ever had it before.
John, it gets to a point when it's humming. I can't even. I get through like 2 sentences.
I know.
2 words on the
Brian's
sentence,
I know, folks. I apologize because I apologize for Eric because Eric's supposed to be watching this and putting them up at the bottom of the screen. So if they don't go up, it's Eric's fault.
Me. I'll be fine.
We do, however,
apologize for myself.
We do, however, go back. Oh my God, the lingerie. Jeez Christ. Yes. Proctor and his Proctor's little fetish there. Yeah.
Scum,
Yeah.
Get a search warrant for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Mullins basically said to me, thank God they never searched our house. Holy crap. We have suitcases upon suitcases of stuff.
John, you may need to double bolt your
there'd be more things of what we don't have than what we do have. I could actually have a business.
Don't forget to delete your phone today, all right?
Oh, I know. Once a week. Hey, people, this is a public service announcement from Canton Chronicle. Once a week, factory reset your phone. That's it. Who cares what was on it the week before? Don't live in the past. Live in the future. There's a reason that the windshield is bigger than the rearview mirror. Look forward, not backwards. Factory reset your phone. This public service came to you from Canton Chronicle. Oh,
from one Chronk to the others.
From one Chronk to another. Factory, you know how? Actually, you know what? I'm going to do a real commercial on that. Kind of like how The Price is Right. Bob Barker used to tell everyone to spay or neuter your dogs. I'm going to tell you to factory reset your phones.
The more I look at that picture, John, it seems like it's brightening up. The sun's really, really glowing.
See that? Yeah. It could be tan. Hey, you know what? It is sponsored by Pricks Insider.
After a hard day at work, there is nothing better than a Pricks Insider.
Another one we kind of let sneak. All right, back on the tracks.
Have we received a sponsorship check?
Have we what?
Gotten a latest sponsorship check so that we can get paid from Prixon?
No, not since I had to turn in all my cans.
Well, then we're back to Doc Stady.
Back to
I'm gonna take your microphone away.
Back to Shady Stady. Here we go.
I appreciate you revealing that information with us. That's very forthcoming and shows how honest you're being with us.
Shows how much of a douche you are right there.
I also shared that information.
Wait,
John,
go ahead.
Lucky's a witness. Why would he have to
lie?
Why would he think that Lucky might not be being honest?
Well, everybody else was forthcoming, right?
Right.
Terry and Jen and Brian and Matt and everyone else is being forthcoming. Why can't Lucky be forthcoming?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you revealing that information with us. That's very forthcoming and shows how honest you're being with us.
I also shared that information with the FBI. I shared the same information with the private investigator.
Okay, thank you.
Yuri must have
anything
loved
else?
hearing that.
Oh, that I love Brian for that. Hey, just want to let you know everything I've told you, I've also told the feds.
Yeah, we talked to the feds. In fact, they told me if you came calling that I should call them.
Right. You want their card? I'll give you their card. Why don't you guys talk to them yourself? Yeah.
That you think we're missing?
They're normal size cans. They're normal size cans.
Yeah, they fit well in your hand.
They do. They do. Not my fault. That was my father's fault. Sorry.
John, can you throw a baseball?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you probably got.
It's like a golf ball.
Let that thing rip.
Softball. I throw. I'll tell you. I used to play fast pitch softball over in Rosendale, and I was the catcher. I wasn't the pitcher, but in softball. But I was also the idiot catcher that would run down the first base line on every ground ball, and everyone would laugh at me. Until one time, the guy hit it between the pitcher and the first baseman, and they tossed it to me, and I beat the guy down first. But
see,
yeah, I know. And I told him, I go, see what happens there? Yeah, look. But,
Charlie Hustle.
I was, and I only knew how to slide head first. I could never slide feet first. So I was that idiot that slid into home, head first all the time. But in warm-ups, my teammates hated me because I could throw a knuckleball with that softball like it was nothing. And they didn't want to play. They didn't want to warm up with me. They're like, enough. The thing would just drop right in front of them. Yeah. I used to love that fast pitch softball. It was, they had to keep raising the nets because of all the Spanish kids that we played against were friggin' just killing the triple decker house that was out there.
Good competition.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. It was great. Yeah, we were the Pleasant Cafe. Oh, speaking of which, real quick, we're off the tracks. On Friday, our neighbors had an appreciation day, and they had Montilios. The Montilios from Brockton. Apparently, Montilios in Brockton makes pizza too. They don't just make cakes.
Oh yeah.
They showed up with a trailer with the pizza oven. Yeah. Yep. They showed up with a trailer with the pizza oven, and it was a wood-fired pizza oven. And right there in the parking lot, they're making their pizzas. So it's like 11:30. They showed up, and I waited till 11:30. I didn't want to be the first one over there across the street. And because I not that I work, I don't ever work. I was just hanging out in that section of Boston. But as I'm crossing the street, one of our Chronks, I know she's in here, window down, yelling at me. There goes John, come on, crossing the street. And she texted me later saying, I wasn't stalking you. I was just driving by. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I can't cross the street. So
were you wearing like a chicken suit or something? So you were
me and a coworker were walking across. I had 2 slices of their pepperoni and a slice of their the chicken bacon ranch. They had a chicken bacon ranch. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so good. Yeah, it was then great pizza. So Montilios does they do it in Quincy too. See that?
Yeah. Montilio and his daughter's taken over a lot of the reins there, but they're good people.
Yeah. What's going on here? Look, we have is that me? Me, Tommy Conley? I hope it's not me. Talking about me? Or are you talking about Yuri? I don't know. But back on the tracks. We'll go back on the tracks. We're almost done with this one. Randy.
About the night in question. How well illuminated it was, how heavy in your experience the snow is coming down,
how heavy the snow was coming down.
Oh, it was coming down in feet.
He wanted to make sure that it was coming down that heavy. Hey, we usually don't ask for this, but I mean,
but it's fun.
So if you guys, it costs nothing to hit the like button. It's fun. And Brandy, thank you so much.
Thank you, Brandy.
Thank you. Yeah. So hit the like button. If you like us, even if you don't make comments, hit the like button. And if you hate
and,
us,
and hit the notification button. You never know when John calls
Yeah.
me and says, "Hey, we're gonna do a pop up. I got something important.
yeah, we might have to do a
I
pop
got to
up with
race
the whole.
home from work and unprepared, but we make it happen."
Yeah, we might have to do a whole Greg Connor thing. Here we go.
But we definitely got to do a.
To your view, was as a result of the snow? If you can maybe share your recollection of that.
The snow was heavy. It was not blinding. It was not a whiteout conditions, but it was coming down very heavy, very fast.
Okay. What about the streetlight illumination? Did the neighborhood lose power any time? So there was no streetlights. Are there streetlights, if you recall, on that street?
I want to say there is one that I know of, and that's at the end of the property of 34, and there's just seems to be like a it's hard to describe it. Other than, to me, it looks like a little wooded area that has a concrete pole with a light on it.
There's the concrete pole right before the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently that's also a tan Ford Edge in the same kind of area up from the mailbox. So that's what it would have looked like, give or take an inch or two, depending on how, on my phone, it looked like it was only taking up part of the street. But that's where it would have been. Maybe a little further up. Well, maybe
a
one
little
more
further up.
One more second. Yeah. One more spot up. But on my phone, and I didn't have my glasses. So that's what it looks like.
If they had, done a better investigation, you might know exactly where that edge was.
And look, they only have one barrel, as opposed to their brother who lives on Washington Street that has 5 barrels. But that's a story for a different night. Yeah. So there's the light. It would have been before the driveway.
Okay. All right. Trooper Proctor.
I don't have any further questions unless the sergeant does.
There's unsubstantiated rumors, but we want to get to the bottom of everything. There's unsubstantiated rumors right now that we have learned that somebody recorded you having this conversation, or somebody prior to having Aiden call you recorded a conversation with you asking you these same questions that Aiden asked. Do you know anything about that?
I have no idea.
No idea? Okay. Had anybody else, other than the FBI and the private investigators, ask you the same question, or very similar questions that Aiden was asking you?
No.
The transcript of, you said you saw this transcript, the transcript which Aiden published, are those questions, to the best of your knowledge, are those questions asked in the same order, chronologically, in time, that he asked you, or are those transposed in time? Do you want to reference it? Do you want to take a look?
Do you guys want to look for a Ford Edge?
So, prior to Monday, when Aiden called you, you spoke to no one before Monday that any have asked you similar questions?
No.
You can leaf through the next several pages there. That's the part 93 of Aiden, also known as Turtle Boy's blog.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that not once did they ask him, "Hey, did you happen to get the license plate number of that vehicle?"
Or any of the numbers? No.
Do you remember 1 or 3, or did you happen to get them all?
What kind of plate was it? Was it, anything?
They
Yeah.
seem to me again. They're not concerned with the Ford Edge.
Nah, I don't care about that.
They're slightly concerned about the FBI, but they're really
Neither was
concerned
Tully.
about. They're really concerned about Aiden Carney.
You remember what Tully said? Tully said, "Nah, it wasn't really anything that we wanted. We wanted to follow up on." You know,
Right? Yeah. No. Why bother? Possibly
No.
possibly an eyewitness, but we don't need to follow that lead.
Nah, we don't follow up with it. I don't care what no plow ever says. Ford Edge, Smedge. Nah.
I mean, I've watched a lot of cop TV, and they usually say, "Hey, did you happen to catch the license plate?"
Yuri, hate to bother you, but Yuri's doing his best Columbo over here.
Question.
One more question. You didn't get the license plate, did you?
Did Aiden happen to tell you what his middle name was, or even middle initial?
Did he? Right. Do you remember any of the numbers in your phone? I mean, it was a 401. Do you remember the rest of them? I mean, do you remember when you deleted it? Yeah, I deleted it the other day. Why'd you delete it the other day? I don't know. I deleted it. Do you want to know more about the Ford Edge? What if I had the license plate? Yeah, no, we're good. No.
Exactly.
Too much information. We don't want to do that. Oh, you're right. Yeah, here we go. I cut this short down too, even though it's.
Proctor banging his pen. I want to get out of here.
Quit twiddling it. He's twiddling his pen. Oh, that's a nice Chronk marker.
Only the best investigators.
Mm-hmm. These are questions that he asked me, but I'm finding discrepancies already.
Point out the discrepancies?
Yes. No, they said as long as the police have ordered the testimony. Did they say I couldn't speak to the police? No one has ever told me I couldn't speak to the police. I told him that I'm not talking to anyone unless it's attached to a badge or a subpoena.
We don't need those stinking badges.
Did the private investigators present a badge or a subpoena?
No.
No.
They introduced themselves as private investigators for the defense team.
Okay.
To me, that was sufficient enough for me to warrant to go with them and to cooperate.
Okay.
Good for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Minx, good night. Can you watch the rest of it tomorrow? It will help our numbers.
We only got a couple hours left, Minx.
Oh, I know. You got to be nice to the redheads because they're psycho. So you got to be nice to. Always be nice to the
John,
redheads.
did you just
What?
say the redheads are psychos?
Yeah, you always be nice to the redheads. Never double cross a redhead. It's almost like you never go up against a Sicilian when when war
The views of the host are not always the views of all the people on this show.
I'm just saying.
Disclaimer.
Hey, listen, I've been looking forward to tonight. My brain has been off the charts. I got up.
You go with redheads. Crazy. Basically crazy is what you said.
They're nuts. They're nuts. I started editing this. Truth be told, there's actually two videos of this interview. The second one I didn't even get into. Like, would they basically call Lucky back for like 3 more questions? I started doing this last night, and then I got up at 6 a.m. and from 6 to like noon, I was putting all these pictures back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and making sure it lined up. And I'm like, sometimes it did. And then, of course, God forbid I added anything, like it threw everything off. So I was getting myself all geeked up for tonight. I had so many so many jokes in my head that thank God we didn't have a full on pre-show, because you would have turned everything down that I had. Like that whole stinking badges thing, I was going to put that in. I had so much I was going to put in, but I'm like,
How
look,
do you
it's
know
already
I would
taken
have
us
turned that down?
2 hours to get through a half-hour video. Yeah.
Back to Yuri. What's going on here, John?
He's reading.
Oh, I understand why it's taking so long.
He's asking questions regarding a memo referring to Turtle Boy and questions asked. And we were instructed that we have to give our name out. He's got that wrong. It's completely wrong.
In what respect is that wrong?
We were told that we can speak. We're not to answer the question. So if he says and answers the question, our response was to be no comment.
So there's multiple discrepancies in what he has written and what actually happened and what you answered when he asked you those questions.
Correct.
Okay. Is there anything that you shared with the private investigators that you think we should know about?
Is there anything you told them that we should be nervous about?
Yeah.
You know?
Let me think.
Boston Lisa? I'm John Camo. Yeah. But back to that, like, yeah. Anything, did you tell them everything? Yeah, I told them everything. Everything? Oh, damn. Yeah. Oh, should we be worried? Yeah, you should be worried. You're probably not going to be at Norfolk County for the next 3 years. What? Yeah, they might transfer you. Just giving you a heads up.
Yeah.
They might transfer you after this. Really? Yeah. Just saying. And Chip, he might not even have a job. Really? Or what? Yeah, I don't know. And Goody's good as gone. I mean, there's a lot going on. I'm just telling you.
He's like the last survivor, one of the last survivors.
I know him and Tully. And Tully's gonna retire. What? Tully's gonna retire. And Gallagher? Yeah. Well, Gallagher's gonna be guarding the lettuce down at Wegmans on University Ave. No way. Oh yeah. Yeah, he's in charge of the lettuce. What? Yeah, he's taking a job at Wegmans. He's the assets management boss now down at Wegmans.
Onions.
Yeah. So a lot of things. Oh, by the way, just want to let you know, if you talk to Dever, she's probably not gonna make it either. You know? Did you tell him everything? Yeah, everything. Should we be worried? I'd be worried.
And let's not forget, it was like 14, 15 months after
I know
everybody talked to him. These guys decided to show up at Lucky's door.
Yeah.
I already answered these questions for the FBI and the private detectives. What took you so long? I gotta do this again.
God. We're gonna get a little hate tonight, aren't we?
Well, you know,
we had too much fun with it.
If the truth hurts, so be it.
Just wait till Garino's gets his turn. Oh, it's premature. Hold on.
I can't wait to go back and do Greg Conner.
Yeah.
Based on your conversation with them, that is important to this investigation and getting to the bottom of the truth?
I have stated all along, for whatever reason, the only thing out of the ordinary that I saw the entire night was the Ford Edge.
Okay. So the only thing out of the ordinary that night was the Ford Edge. You didn't see, even after the police arrived, you still had not seen the body, and you said you were already on Fairview when you saw the police at the scene.
Correct.
But you still had not seen the body.
Correct.
Did you ever see the body out there, even while the police were on scene?
No.
How far away were you from where the body was found and where you were parked, looking towards the scene? How far away were you?
When they originally stopped, I was on Cedar Crest trying to turn left onto Fairview and was not able to.
Remember earlier what I said? He originally wanted to turn left and couldn't. So he went down to the end of Cedar Crest, turned around and came back. It's at that point that if I were to speak for Lucky, if I was to speak for Lucky, on his way back is when he would see the second cruiser coming down.
And what time of day was this?
Early morning. I couldn't tell you honestly.
Was it daylight outside, or was it still dark?
It was still dark.
Still dark. So it was before sunrise, before dawn.
Correct.
Okay. But you, from that, your vantage point, you didn't see the body.
Correct.
Did you ever see a vehicle on that street driving? Did you encounter any traveling vehicles on that street that morning?
There were several, throughout the entire storm.
So several vehicles you saw on Fairview?
Correct.
Did any vehicles stop at the home while you're plowing?
Not to my neck. When I saw him, I was going the opposite direction. So I would say no.
So, just so I have it correct, you saw vehicles traveling on Fairview, but they were going the opposite direction, so you have no knowledge of them stopping in front of the Fairview, 34 Fairview address?
Correct.
Do you recall what types of vehicles they were?
I do not.
Okay. When you stopped and were not able to take a left onto Fairview on Cedar Crest that early morning of the 29th of September, what were the weather conditions at that point?
Snowing very heavily.
Very heavily. When would you say the snow became very heavy?
I would say around 4:30, 5. That's.
When you observed the Ford Edge, was it accumulating snow on top of it? Was it covered?
No, it was not.
It was not.
It was not. If it had maybe an inch or two at the time.
You know what else that means? Whoever had that Ford Edge may have had a garage. Because if there's no snow on the car at all, right? Who's getting up at 3 a.m. to clean all the snow off their vehicle? Right?
Well, depending on
when it got there
came from and how fast it traveled from point A to point B, that some of that snow may have blown off of the vehicle if it was
you're driving in Canton. Wait, really?
Are you sure?
A piece of glass. Apparently, a piece of glass stayed on the back of Karen's bumper through 52 and a piece of hair for 52 miles. So now you're saying the snow's gonna blow off someone's car going
some of the
3
snow
streets
might
away.
have, you never know.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just saying, if
do
he
you
saw
think
a car,
do you think that car came from 3 streets away?
In town, I would say that Ford Edge was from in town.
Okay.
Right? That may have had a garage.
I don't know. I mean, you could be right.
Eric, if you and I were investigating that, wouldn't you follow that lead too to see if there's any Ford Edges that came from a garage?
I would have started with, hey, did you happen to see the license plate? Because that would have made it nice and easy.
Okay. And then you would have looked for anyone that has a Ford Edge. Then you would have looked for anyone that has a Ford Edge that has a garage that would have kept the Ford Edge clean.
Sure.
Okay.
At
least follow down that path.
Might have even Googled what you Googled tonight about colorblind people. To
Correct.
find out what different options there were.
There you go. Those, at least it gives you a rainbow plethora of Ford Edges. I used plethora.
John, they were more concerned with Aiden.
Correct. Back on the tracks.
jump right back on.
If that.
The last time you saw the Ford Edge there, had it accumulated any snow on top of it? Did you see where the Ford Edge went to after it left the front of
No.
Fairview?
No.
Yeah, no, I followed him
You didn't see it
home.
in the driveway, in the neighbor's driveway, and you didn't see any tracks where the direction it traveled?
No, I did not.
And was the Ford Edge one of the vehicles traveling, to the best of your knowledge?
No.
Okay. Trooper Proctor?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm
Mr.
good.
Loughran, thank you so much for your time. It is now 12:25 on the dot, and we're going to conclude this interview.
It's not over, folks. Don't go anywhere.
It is August 10th.
Oh, that was, wait, what did you do while I was getting rid of the other one?
I didn't do anything. I'm
I'm
just
just
sitting here
checking.
with my arms crossed.
All right, all right, just checking. All right, we'll get rid of that so I don't, because they will. Yeah. So that was that was the majority of the interview. I'm a plow driver, not a detective. Oh, thank God for Lucky. Lucky,
Thank God for Lucky.
I know. Pretty
I'll
much.
tell you, just from watching what we've watched so far, John, and we didn't need any more confirmation that Lucky's testimony was solid during both those trials. But this just reminds us of how solid his testimony was. And that's not to say that, he remembered every single detail with perfect timelines and stuff like that. But now we get to go see the investigative side of this that we didn't see in the trial, compare it to his testimony. And he's just a solid dude.
He's very solid. And just like, and I gave Kerry leeway on some of this after the other side went after me for saying that, listen, she was under pressure and she got nervous when she's on the stand and this and that. And, do you expect her to remember everything? Okay, fine. Well, then you have to give Lucky that same leeway. Lucky on the stand was solid. Did he misspeak one time? Yes. He meant to say, and like I said, if I was Lucky and I was to destroy my phone down the Cape and in one barrel to another, but if I was driving up Cedar Crest and I knew I couldn't turn onto Fairview because now I see first responders there, I would have gone up Spring to the top to Chapman, turned onto Chapman, turned right onto Chapman, then turned right again onto Fairview to come down, only to be to make it as far as what's that little side street we talked about? Curtis. You know what I'm talking about. That little side street earlier, right?
Yeah. Spring, are you talking?
No, he would have gone up Spring.
Yeah.
Lucky would have gone up Spring, turned right on Chapman, and then turned right again on Fairview, only to come down and realize, I have, no, not Tippy Cut. It's that Curtis. I think it's Curtis. I would have had to turn around there, and I would have had to pull over to let the rest of the first responders come down the hill. And that's literally about the time it takes. He would have made it up Spring. So Sarif and Mulaney get there you see Mulaney getting there as he's going up Cedar Crest. And in the amount of time he goes up Spring, turns on to Chapman, and then turns on to Fairview, he still would have, he still pulled over to let the first responders, the rest of the fire engines, the first fire engines come by. Then he turned around and continued on his route. And he even knew when Brennan asked him questions that not every flashing light that went by from the dash cams was him. He knew which ones was his truck and which ones weren't his trucks. Wyndham Circle. Look at that. We have someone telling us about Wyndham Circle. this Brian Loughran 178. This person over here is telling us
what
about
does he
Wyndham
know?
Circle. What is? I know he don't know anything.
That's awesome.
Eric, believe it or not, Eric, you have to carry the next minute and a half.
Really? Oh, that means
You
I
do.
get to play with some buttons. Lucky. Did good, my friend. Did real good. And for that, you get
Give us the fucking timeline, and we'll go easy on you.
can't give you just that either. You got to get this too.
That happened.
Sir, I'll take your microphone away. It is not the right way.
Lucky, you're a good man, my friend. I appreciate everything that you stand for, because something you were under a lot of adversity and caught a hard time, and you stuck true to yourself, and that's all anybody can ever ask, and I appreciate that so much. And I know the Chronks do too. We got anything coming from the Chronks? Yeah. Lucky, give us the timeline.
I would have been
John,
back
you back?
sooner, but I washed my hands. I would have been back sooner, but I washed my hands. I just wanted you to know I even brought the towel just to show you.
John, I do
Just so you
appreciate
know.
I do appreciate you washing your hands. I remember one time at
If
the
I'm going to be
select
touching
board
the mouse,
meeting, but you're in your own home. So when you're in your own home and you're not at town hall, do whatever the hell you want. I don't care.
I did it at town hall too. Yeah, that's right.
I'm sure you're sitting there in your underwear, for Christ's sakes.
Hey, I do have a question, since I cannot confirm or deny this is the real Lucky, but if this is the real Lucky who's in our chat, can you just either tell us how did we do? Did we do okay or did we not? Did you just give us a thumbs up if we did all right? I just want to make sure we did okay. If it's the fake one, I could care less. But
I think Lucky like the Yuri nose picker. We have a picker.
we have between Yuri having 4 fingers, and then there was a point when Yuri had like the fingers like this. I was like, I can't put that on there. I really only wanted AI to give him 2 fingers, and it just kept cutting off his fingers in such a way that I was getting frustrated. And I said, whatever, it's staying. But like I said, I took a little liberties. We have time. Do we have Eric? You're not working tomorrow, are you?
I'm working tomorrow, but don't worry about it, John. It's early.
Oh, good. Okay. Let me make sure we have this, because I know that there's some people that want to hear. I think I already downloaded.
Before you get too far, I just wanted to mention that if there are any Canton residents who are registered to vote that would like to sign the petition, as far as the Norfolk County commissioners and eliminating the commissioners' posts and have the money funnel directly to where it needs to go without them, we're happy to, please DM us, John or I. We will get you in touch with the right people. If not, come to you ourselves and get those signatures. And on Fridays and Sundays, if you want to stop by on Washington Street, outside of the Walgreens parking lot where we stand out for a couple of hours right now for Adam Deitch, we're happy. We'll have the signature pads down there, and you can certainly come there. And on Sundays in Dedham, right outside the it's across the street from Legacy Place, but right at the set of lights there, you can't miss us.
There you go. I'm not going to say the name, but I do want to thank on here. We did get a Chronk Venmo. It said, "You're amazing, getting information not only on John O'Keefe's undoing, but on everything corrupt Canton. Keep up your amazing work." And a little one of these. So
that's awesome.
thank you. Thank you. And like I say, I don't give the names to people that send things through Venmo because I don't know who wants their name put out there and who doesn't. So
no, it's
just
nice.
know that
It's nice to hear the support, and we appreciate that very much.
We do. I mean, like I said, it's only going, and I've done it for the past year. The money has gone to StreamYard. The money's gone to us donating. And the money went to a couple different things that we did when
we watched the hockey game.
We did the hockey game, we did the trash, right? We did the trash, and we did the corn maze. But otherwise, if we the Chronk board, money goes only on the Chronk board. We try not to ask. We try, you know what? I want enough just to break even, right? And then any money.
It's not about the money.
No, it's not. Any money. You know what? I would love if we can maintain this through the summer. I think what I'd like to do is in the fall, go to the Canton Co-op and open an account for a scholarship, and any money that comes in, we put into a scholarship for a kid.
Mm-hmm.
That would be nice for and the food bank, right? We did. We did the food bank. Right.
It's still the food bank's still very important, and we're hoping that that's not the only check that they got. $750 the last time, and maybe the next time we can give them $1,000.
Right. So
and certainly to help the kids all day long.
Yeah. So I'm not looking to make anything. I don't want to make anything other than the $44 a month for the StreamYard. That's it. Pretty much. If I can make $44 a month for the StreamYard, anything else goes right back.
Very, very tiny amounts of money have gone towards Pricks Insiders.
Pretty much. No. Right.
Usually, if it does, there's a Chronk involved that has won something, or
Yeah.
We like to share it.
We do. Let me see how we're doing on that downloading of that video. We're almost there. We're almost there.
We got drag it out a little.
Let's drag it a tiny bit because once it hits, which we can let everybody know. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. I'm hoping that the great idea is for one of the students, because I did watch that the other night, the Canton High School scholarship night. I did see all the kids who got their scholarships. Oh, John Camo, he's a weirdo. He's watching scholarship night to see who got scholarships.
Anyone?
Well, yeah, I know someone got the Canton Historical Society scholarship, $500.
That's not bad. That's a nice little tasty something.
Yeah.
We'll check in the mail.
That's a nice little scholarship for someone that deservedly needs it, So,
John, while we're waiting, we might as well play this one for like 5 seconds too.
Go ahead.
It's her friend.
You played that immediately after I talked about the Historical Society scholarship, and you played that one immediately. Are you giving it away?
I did.
Are you giving it away?
Why? Have you told me who got the scholarship?
Yeah, I told you who got the scholarship.
John, I'm getting old. I don't remember all this stuff.
Oh, good. That's all right. We'll leave it. I'm sure the Chronks will.
Are you telling me that my timing is perfect?
Your timing was perfect. I'm sure the Chronks.
It's her friend.
Yep. Derek, never used StreamYard. Maybe we should check it out to compare them. Why, Derek? What do you use? We use StreamYard. It's like $44 a month.
A month? A month?
Yeah, it's $44 a month.
Huh.
What's that?
Man,
12 times 4.
Glad you got that, Bill.
I know. Plus the that's not the only bill. Plus the Canva bill. Plus the Twitter bill. Plus the
Folks, this is one of the many reasons that I'm the co-host and John is the host.
you just show up.
I just show up.
Shows up. Right. OBS is free. I'm gonna have to look into OBS. Wow. Your high school class 1976 gives 2 scholarships a year. Yes, you do. I actually loved the way that they did that with they bring up the first crew. They bring up the first crew and they that are the people who have the scholarships, and then they bring up the student, and then they all go off stage, and they bring up the next group. Thank you, Kamahama. I tried. Oh, it's in. It is in.
Hey,
so now, go ahead.
Are we done with Lucky?
We're not done with Lucky. Lucky can stay with us all he wants.
No, what I'm saying, isn't there a little bit more?
There was another one, but I didn't put video to it.
Oh, all right. We can always.
And it's just literally them asking him about which way his plow is turned.
Well, I thought it was when he came back after they had ended it. He came back because he had remembered a couple of things.
He did. Yeah. He remembered a couple of things that that people got wrong. Yeah. And that people were saying that he had the plow turned the other way. He didn't.
To me, it just showed, again, we don't need reinforcement on Lucky's integrity by any means, but it was another added little something to that.
I heard about that this afternoon too. Another Canton person. Firefighter, Bob Kilduff.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Yeah. Line of duty, fighting a fire in Dorchester. I think it was in Dorchester, no less. So yeah, so hats off to that. Say your prayers for that. Yep. I'm wondering if it's the same Kilduff family. I'm gonna have to look. I know that there was a Kilduff, a Brian Kilduff, who was a state trooper. But I wonder if it's in the same family. I'm gonna have to look because but let me now I have to pull this up real quick, and let's get into a little Doc Stady versus George Camo. Disclaimer: George is my oldest brother. I might be paused for a minute there, Eric, or frozen because I'm doing something real quick.
That's all right. Your camera's looking good tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
The lighting. It's got to be all the light. The new light. It's going to be like the $300 lighting that I got.
We had a little delay in your camera early in the show, but it worked itself out.
Yeah, there was a delay on when I clicked on things too on the StreamYard. I click on stuff and it didn't happen right away.
I'd start talking and you just continue. Well,
hey, Eric,
figured it out.
Eric, it's 9:30 and Brandy's still awake.
He's still awake. We must be doing something good tonight.
We must be keeping her up.
Usually she puts the kids to bed and she's off, and then the next morning put the kids to school.
Bob, we went to school with Bob, and he graduated in 91. Lucky, was he related to Brian, who was a state trooper who married one of the Murray girls, who also we went to school with, who was a he went to college on a swimming scholarship? Just wondering. Yeah, but he'll let me know.
How's the download?
Yeah. What's that?
How's your download?
Oh yeah, it's ready. I gotta pull it up now. All right, here we go, and here it is. Okay, I'm putting it in the StreamYard. So I'm gonna bring this up, and this is from a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago now, Canton annual town meeting. And I'm going to give you the Cliff Note version of what happened. A couple of years ago, the town put together a committee to modernize a lot of the laws in the town, and one of the, and so there was a group of people, and yes, George Camo was a chair of this group, and that's why he was presenting this. And they brought forth a couple things to town meeting. And one of the things is Canton is the last town in the state to still operate town meeting the way they do. And the way they operate it basically is alternating years. 1 year it's the Republican Town Committee picks somebody to be the moderator. 1 year the Democrat Town Committee picks someone to be the moderator. And it's normally a group of 11 to 14 people that actually show up and they vote on this.
Oh, John,
Now,
to put that in like real perspective, you've got a little over 1,000 registered Republicans, a little over 4,000 registered Democrats, and then about what, 13 to 15,000 registered
15 unenrolled.
Unenrolled. So they haven't picked a party affiliation, and they seem to not have a role in who the moderator is.
So the majority of the town doesn't have any role or say on who the moderator will be from year to year. And the moderator picks who's on the finance committee. And they there's another committee they pick. It's pretty much the separation of who the select board picks. Did Chris ever apologize to you for the crap you said last year or 2 years ago? Oh, about my daughter? No, about my stepdaughter and my ex-wife? Absolutely not. I'm surprised he hasn't called me, because I know, again, I know he's still up in arms with the people that I talk to. And you know what, Chris? You're never going to find out who I talk to and who I don't talk to. Just leave it at that. So, but they're very informative. And they're in the know. I can't run for an office anymore because after my divorce, I moved out of town. So I don't live in town anymore. I do.
John,
I'm in town.
You could run as long as if you win, you got to move back.
No, I don't have to move back. I have to show that I am putting an effort into moving back. That's, again, I know. It's the way the wording is. And once again, it goes into this whole thing about they need to update all of their bylaws in town. Okay. So they put together a committee to update the different bylaws. And one of them was how they choose a moderator. And this is where my FOIA requests are coming in again, because so how it happened this year was it's the Democrats' turn. Doc Stady knows he's going to be the moderator because that's basically he's the Democrats' choice year after year. That's why you see him year after year as the moderator. Pretty much so. All right. So Doc hadn't heard word yet, and he's got to prepare, and he wants to make sure that he has all his notes and everything for town meeting for the 200 people that do show up now, because there's no pickleball court, so it's not like it's going to be a full house, because Mike Loughran failed multiple years in a row trying to bring a pickleball court to Canton. Anyways, so Doc Stady's getting a little antsy. He contacts the Democrats to say, hey, are you guys going to caucus and nominate me so I can be ready? And they're like, oh, yeah. And I don't know if it's 6 or 11 people vote. And then what happens is on the night of annual town meeting, one of the first things they say is, who wants to be moderator? And someone stands up and says, I vote that Doc Stady is. Somebody says second. Boom, he's moderator. It's all about the sausage. You don't want to know how they make the sausage. You just like eating the sausage. Okay. And the same thing happens with the Republicans too. It's the same. It's just how it's been. It's tradition. It goes back and forth. And then it's just how it is. So I'm going to show you how the whole interaction we've been playing for everybody, the little, so what we've been playing for everybody, right? This little gem, right?
That happened.
Sir, I'll take your microphone away. It is not the right way.
Okay. let's show everybody the real encounter of what happened.
How dare you?
I'm gonna.
Come on.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator, and thank you for allowing this to continue. I want to just take a moment and bring you into the genesis of where this proposal came from. When we began looking at the bylaws for modernization, the bylaw today just says the duty is to elect a moderator. And tonight you elected a moderator, or you thought you might have elected a moderator, because let me give you a little bit about the back way this is done here in Canton, only Canton. We do a lot of things that are only Canton, and in this case, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, Mr. Stady, our moderator this evening, called up a member of the Democratic Town Committee and said, when are you going to caucus and present me as moderator to town meeting? And
Come on. I don't think I need to be involved in this discussion. I am upset by you. I have steadfastly removed myself from all discussion in the town of Canton. I have steadfastly said nothing. It should not be about Richard Stady. You should be taught. I say to you again, you should be, the procedure we have
it's
is
the process.
It's not.
That happened.
Sir, I'll take your microphone away. It is not the right way. You should say that it's gone to a caucus, and that's the way it's normally done.
Wait a second. That's exactly what happened. It's a fact.
We've done that for years. I don't want to get debating that. But you're saying Richard Stady called somebody up and said you're going to vote for me.
It's a fact. That's what happened. Are you denying a fact, Mr. Moderator?
But why are you saying that? There's no need.
Right there. Why are you telling people? Why are you telling people what happens behind the scenes? Right there. And it gets better. It gets better.
John, I can see the steam coming out of his ears.
Why are you telling people how it works? Back up a tiny second here.
Saying that. There's no need for
because
people to hear
of
that.
Fact.
There's no need to talk about that.
Don't talk about it.
Not in front of all these people.
Don't tell people. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Gets better.
The point is, do you want to vote it or not? It should be at the ballot or not. That's all.
All right. With respect.
Yes.
Let me begin again.
That'd be fine.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
I have to take a breath.
Go ahead. Take
and
your
reset.
Go ahead. Take a breath. Take a breath.
Oh.
I'm going to take your microphone away and you take a breath.
Individual caucus, the Democratic Town Committee caucus got together, and 11 people put forward a name this evening. 11 people.
There you go. So that's how that was. So that was the exchange back and forth where Doc Stady. So I've talked to several people since then who have they each one picked different sides on this. They and I do know on the second night that the two of them, George Camo and Doc Stady, did kind of talk and clear the air between the two of them. The fact is that what we just saw there later in the night, there was a hot mic incident. And we just saw where Doc said, "I've kept my name out of town. I did not have a say in anything." Well, you did see that this lucky wants to take my microphone away. Later in the night, Doc Stady clearly was biased on which side of a vote he was on. Because as they were counting behind the curtain, you could see and hear him on a hot mic say, "Oh, we won that side." There's 3 rows of in the auditorium, and they when people have a standing count, there's, you count the right row, the middle row, and the left row. Well, whoever turned in one of the rows, he's like, well, we won that one. And you heard that. So you heard the bias of a moderator after he even said, I've kept my name out of all of this. You have and you haven't, because you end up getting caught on a hot mic. But they cleared the air between the two of them, and unfortunately, and the argument that they brought up was basically they're afraid that somebody could run and then put people on the finance committee that they didn't like.
Really?
Well, here's the thing. Whoever runs, whether they're a Democrat or Republican, they can put people on the finance committee. It doesn't matter. It's just, I think that the fact is nobody wants to run. Nobody wants to run an election. They just want to get in the easy way.
John, how many of the elected voters or any of the Chronks that are watching now knew that a town moderator in Canton got to choose the second most powerful committee in Canton?
I know. Yep.
I mean,
I do want to say thank you.
You wield a lot of power when you're the moderator, and we just thought, hey, they just get up there and they conduct a meeting or two, keep it in order.
No.
That's not how the money gets. That's how
the money gets distributed to the police department, to the fire department, to the schools, to the DPW, to you name it. It's how the money eventually, how they vote on everything, the finance committee. And we've seen, we saw, I know he's not happy with me. I don't know why he's unhappy with me, because I don't think anything I've said has been false. But apparently John Leonetti is he's I don't know if you're a fan of the show or not a fan of the show, but I know you watch the show. So hi, John Leonetti. How is it going? It's been a long time since I mentioned your name. We didn't. It's been a week, right? we haven't mentioned John Leonetti's name in a week. John Leonetti, for anyone that's concerned with the Karen Reed case, that's the house in which Colin was at when he was drinking before he headed over to 34 Fairview, in which he got a ride from Allie, from John Leonetti's house over to Fairview.
John, be careful. You don't want to get sued.
No, that was in the trial. It was in the trial.
I just making sure. I don't want you to go off the
track. It was in the trial. It was testified to that Colin got a ride by Allie from John Leonetti's house to Fairview, and then he had Allie pick him up from Fairview and brought him home. That was in the trial. They testified to it.
All right. So you haven't had to pay. You haven't paid any retainers to any attorneys or anything?
I'm only saying about what people testified to.
Okay, good. I just want to know what kind of legal counsel the Chronicle has. Am I covered?
None.
None.
So it's the same John Leonetti who is on the finance committee, who we saw get up and argue against that moderator motion, and he mistakenly identified himself as a member of the select board and not a member of the finance committee. I know he's not happy with
Freudian
the video
slip?
that I put out there.
Was it a Freudian
Maybe.
slip of some sort? Maybe.
Could have been. Yeah. So, yeah. And so apparently, it is what it is. I didn't say it. They said it. I just play what they say.
I understand.
So
I'm with you.
Right.
Nothing but the facts.
I'm trying to stay as close as I can to it. I'm not reporting it. I'm just discussing about it. I do want to
16 pricks insiders later, and you're still reporting the truth.
and speaking of which, for those of you that are fans of us, I would like to say we will have a show next month. For those of you who are not a fan of us, we're gonna have a show next month. Thank you to a Chronk who did give us $44 to pay for the next month's StreamYard. So,
Yes.
so
Yes.
like us or hate us, you're getting us for another month.
We're in.
Yeah. And so you know who you are. I will thank you privately afterwards. Thank you.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So yeah, so that was the town meeting kerfluffle that went on between the moderator and Mr. Kamal there. So there you go. Almost freaking 3 hours, Eric.
Yeah, you know,
2:40
went by like it was nothing.
Totally missed the 2:27 mark. Right, we're now up to the 2:46 mark. So, you want to get into that real quick? I mean, now people are even talking about this. The what's gonna go? I don't have any. I don't have any video for tonight about Greg Connor, but I did see his Stoughton interview, which was a. I don't even know what to how to describe it. The flip flopper.
Just keep in mind that you know, if you really want to get at the truth, and you know, I'm a believer that the truth lies somewhere where the investigation couldn't figure it out. But the feds probably have a lot of information that Adam Deitch is very well aware of that makes it easy for him to step in and clean the place up. There is no other candidate that has the information that Adam
You know,
Deitch has.
you say that, and I'm sure DeJohna Perkins is a very nice person, and
Don't care.
Correct, because well, first off, let's do this. Rose, no. Thank you for the $5. Please, no. Although it was, I will say, Rose, I will say that I watched the game. Well, first let's give you your your due. What do you want to get? What do you want to give her? Oh,
It's her friend.
Sean, no goodie updates.
nothing. But Rose, I watched the game, and I thought for sure Carolina played its best game, and it took them to overtime to beat the Canadians. So that is going to be a tough series. And if Montreal gets past Carolina, Montreal is your favorite to win the Stanley Cup, as much as it pains me to say that. I hope they don't.
John, don't forget Canton's own Steve Rooney won a cup with the Habs.
That was the last time they won the cup.
I know.
That was the last time they won the cup. So Rose, let's hope they don't. Yeah.
You think his name is still on the cup? I know that they, you know.
Of course it is. Yeah, the rings don't. Yeah, because it's.
I mean, the rings are
lower
somewhere,
rings.
but the actual
it's
cup
the lower rings.
Right.
Yeah.
Got to be right.
So back to DeJohna Perkins. She has flat out stated she would not look into the case, and
she would review the case herself.
She would not reopen it.
Not reopen it. Exactly. She would, you know, look at the information, but
because she doesn't want to subject the family to 2 more years, and the state has no money to do it.
Well, there's another too. She believes that you know, that whoever they may possibly prosecute could say, well, there's reasonable doubt because they already arrested and charged Karen Reed and put her through 2 trials. So there's the reasonable doubt.
Right.
Which I think's bullshit.
Yeah. So for people at home, Eric's getting behind Deitch. I'm not. That's it. I'm not endorsing anyone. Deitch. But
John, we're gonna have to
but
have a talk.
I'd
We're
entertain.
gonna have to have a talk.
Listen, I'd entertain talking to anyone, Deech, and supporting anyone, Deech, but I'm not endorsing anyone, Deech. So I'm just putting it out there that I'm trying to stay as neutral as possible, Deech, and we'll just go with that, Deech. Yeah. So there you go. So
John, I
Yeah.
put my I love Canton sign down temporarily to hold Adam Deitch's campaign sign. And I will until September 1st. Maybe a little longer, but at least till September 1st.
Mike Skidmore, did you see that? That was amazing. The guy hit his front brake. The motorcycle hit his front brake as the car turned in front of him, and it launched the motorcycle up into the traffic light that was in the middle of and it hung there. And that guy went sliding all the way through the intersection to the other side.
Did he live?
Yeah, I saw that video too. I also saw the video of the car over in Chelsea or Everett. I think it was in Everett, right near the casino. These two cars were blowing through a light. A bus was turning left in front of them, and they sent the bus just sent it. It hit the bus. One of them hit the bus right in the back tires, sent it bouncing like a couple feet, and 6 kids ended up going to the hospital. Some of the stuff, it's just these days, it's amazing. Like I said, guys, spay and neuter your dogs and factory reset your phones once a month, whether you want it or not.
Take Lucky's advice.
Yeah, absolutely. Buzzing, we got to listen to Buzzing because she's one of our Chronks. What do you think about the reps who are going to win? Mike, Lisa, or the guy. So we had, truth be told, I think there's a fourth one, isn't there too? So we extended the invitation to all 3 at the time because the fourth one wasn't running yet. The only one that answered was Steve Cavey. He's the one from Stoughton. He came on our show. Lisa very politely turned us down, and Mike never got back to us. So, which I kind of knew. Lucky.
I don't think Mike knows we have a show, John.
I think he knows we have a show, and I think the no trespassing sign kind of, I think that did. I think I would love to find out at what point did I cross the line? Was it the chicken? Was it the cake? Was it the being in front of his?
I think it was.
I don't know. I just
Dunkin' Donuts
want to
coffee.
Know, the coffee. I just want to know what broke him. And for the record, I wasn't even the person who went up and rang the doorbell. That was someone on their own. I had nothing to do with it. They just, but
all I gotta say is
want them being on Zoom.
Mike, be like Lucky. Keep it simple.
And
man.
You think he's gonna win? Steve Cavey or Mike Loughran or Lisa Lopez?
Yeah, no.
You know what? Here's the thing. What happens if Lisa Lopez and Mike split the Canton vote and Steve Cavey gets all the votes?
We got to find out who that fourth person is and invite them on. I mean, it's only fair.
We do. Was it 2 family Ford Edge and 1 government provided Ford Edge from? Again, we didn't get the plates. It's all Lucky's fault for not getting the plates. Lucky, from now on, drive around with a pad, paper, and a pen, and just write down plates. So
he was never asked the question. He might have had the plates. He just never got asked the question. They didn't want to know.
Yeah. So, all right, we're 5 minutes from 3 hours. We used to do those 3 hours. It was.
It's time for bed.
It is. We can't do 3 hours. We lost one of our moderators to sleep. She went to sleep at like 8 o'clock.
Buzzin', is this an endorsement?
So I know. Oh, that's right. They don't know what car was in the garage before the snowstorm. Remember Coco said that she didn't know if they put a car in the garage or not. What if one of those Ford Edges was in the garage?
Could have been.
We don't know because it's 3 years later. So, anyways, thank you all. First off, we got to do this every week. Thank you for watching us. Thank you for the chat. Thank you for the donations. Huge thank you to the replay crew. All right, because you guys don't get a big enough shout out. We probably should have given you a shout out at the beginning, but for the replay crew that made it to the end, here's a huge shout out to you, replay crew. This one is just for you.
Give us the fucking timeline. And we'll go easy on you.
That was just for the replay crew.
That kills me every time. I love that
one. Hey, folks, listen. Again, if you guys want, you go to the Printify, Canton Chronicle Printify. There's stuff in there. It's the beach season's coming. We got beach towels. We have pool towels too. If you're going to the Canton pool, if you guys are going to go up to Bolivar Pool, you got to have a Canton Chronicle beach towel with you. Get the beach towel. We have the Canton Chronicle, the onesie, and the bikini for the younger ones. But I know, according to our demographics, we don't have any younger crew watching us. But if there is, you can get the.
Joe, we're gonna update the Spotify product line.
Spotify.
I mean,
I haven't done a song in a while.
Not a Spotify. I'm talking about the
Printify.
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the fishing hat. You love that. Where's the fishing hat?
I love
that fishing hat.
I wear it on the boat every time I go.
That's great. I'm going to get one of those this year. I'm going to get a fishing
nice
hat.
About it. It fits perfect.
You know why? Because my head.
When we're full tilt, it doesn't blow off my head.
Oh, the baseball caps. I have a huge head, so the baseball caps are a little tight on me.
They're
but
a little tight. They're more for the younger
yeah.
If you're under 15 years old, you could probably wear that hat.
I am extra cheese. I am. I'm probably. I'm in the 280s. I know I'm in the 280s. So that's a great thing. I'm down from 308 down to the 280s on my own. No needle, no pills, no needle, no nothing. Yeah.
And pricks and cider.
Just no more. Well, the pricks and ciders. I mean, I got rid of the Dunkin' Donuts pretty much, and no fast foods. So, yeah. But I want to get down to 279, down to the 270s, and thank you, Ginny. We make you Sunday night. We try, and that's why we do it. If like we said in the beginning, what was the number in the beginning? If 10 people watch us, we're gonna keep doing it. What was the number? I don't even know.
Yeah, a couple. But, if we got a handful of people, we'll be here.
Yeah, and hey, we just like I said, somebody just paid for our StreamYard for the month of June, so we're good. We were in the black.
John, where are the trolls?
We don't have a lot of trolls.
No troll love for us.
No. I'm gonna have to. You know what? And the mods never even text me afterwards to say, "Hey, I kicked so and so out." The mods never. I mean, well.
The mods are having as much fun as everybody else.
2 of the 3 mods are asleep. All right, Mullins and Brandy are asleep. I mean, DJ's the only mod left.
Right. So, thanks for hanging in there, DJ.
Yeah. So,
it's time to
folks,
go.
Thank you guys, and hopefully this. It was a great weekend. I know it's raining, and it was the best part because I wasn't on the motorcycle, so I was able to prepare for you guys, and Eric decided to show up 15 minutes before we went on. So it's a good thing.
Yeah. And don't forget.
It's her friend.
We had too much fun tonight. This was good. Guys, thank you guys. We're going to end it on that.
Have a good night, everyone.
It's the Chronicle signing off with a flame, dropping names, spitting facts, shaking up the game. It's fire, it's grit, it's no holds barred. A mic in one hand, the town on guard. The truth hits harder than a Fairview brawl, and the Chronicle's here to expose it all. From cover-ups to donut runs, we light up the night like Canton Sun's next episode. With more names, more flames, and a truth to say.
He was fucking the sun.